so it's the next morning. You guys arrive back at Saltmarsh with the Sea Ghost docked at the port. You guys were instructed by Commander Jenner before you disembarked back to your mansion for your long rest and sleep. He said, we're gonna meet with Eleander at the town council at first light. So you guys go back to the mansion, and everybody's sleeping. And you wake up the next morning, and the place is back. Actually, no. All the workers show up because I forgot they had the day off. So all the workers are back doing their job, and Hedgewick is there. He wakes up, and you guys come downstairs, and Hedgewick is preparing breakfast for you. And as the sun comes up, and so yeah, go ahead, you guys take it away.
Great. I'm gonna try something. 'Cause I want to start those potions going. So, if I could
not blow up the house, that would be great.
I'm gonna see if I can get some containers and use create water, and see if that'll be pure enough water to use on these potions.
Sure.
Instead of trying to purify it, just make it.
I'm gonna find Hedgewick while he's doing it.
All right, so Hector, you kind of make your way downstairs into the cellar. There's all sorts of jars and stuff that they have at the ready. You find yourself a couple little vials, and with that spell, you can create water that appears to be pure enough as you look at it. I mean, you guys just seen a black screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because that is not the map I wanted you to go on.
I'm scared.
It's pretty good though.
There you go. Back to the house. All right.
So I'm just gonna get up. Yuri's gonna get up all rested, gather up his gear and shit, and head down, get something to eat for some breakfast.
All right, so Hedgewick is down in the kitchen getting breakfast ready, and as you guys, Vasen, as you come down the stairs, and Yuri come down the stairs, you see Hedgewick, and he is, good morning, masters. What could I get you for breakfast?
Sausage, eggs.
Pancakes.
And he says, as you wish, and he yells over to the couple of the workers in the kitchen, and you see them frantically, just cooking away. So Hector, you kind of make your way down and into the cellar, and you find a couple of vials that you're planning on working with. What is create water? Is that what's the time on?
Oh yeah,
it?
I'll just.
If you just post it, there you go. All right, instantaneous. You the creator spray water up to 10 gallons of clean water.
Yeah, I figured I'd do this outside, so all the extra just goes out of the yard, into the garden.
Fill up a
Up to
Up to, yeah. So, I mean, you're in the cellar. You're
1 ounce at a time.
So I don't remember. I thought, Hector, you said you wanted to use the secret basement as a laboratory down there.
Yeah, there was a few spots, which was kind of funny because after we were like, yeah, we use this for a lab, and then Vossen was like, hey, use that secret spot down there for my brewing stuff.
No, I just had him have a spot down there. I know there's plenty of room, so
Yeah,
I was just gonna have him make a room down there for brewing.
yeah. So
Yeah, because you had the area with all the contraptions. You had an area with coffins, and then there was another area with crates or something in it.
yeah, it's bookshelves and crates and stuff. I was thinking where the bookshelves and crates are, we'd have that for clear all the old books out, double check, make sure there's nothing any good books in there, and then we'll use that area for brewing potions.
Shit, you got 4 areas you could put shit in.
Oh yeah, and keeping recipes and stuff, and then yeah, I'm not sure where we want to do the brewing and stuff, but yeah, I'm thinking this area up here.
Yeah, the up here is a good spot for brewing.
So we can split the room in half, honestly, if we want to do right side, left
Yeah.
side, do beer on one
Yeah,
side,
yeah.
potions on the other.
I mean, sure, it's big enough.
Yeah.
Just have to get all the bullshit cleared out, coffins.
Well, I mean, before we left, before our whole battle thing, I told Hedwig to get that set up.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much he accomplished by himself since someone gave him the day off.
We're gone for a couple days, right?
A day, I think.
Yeah, you're gone for literally 24 hours.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
So they'll probably get started today then.
Yeah, so they started getting back to work today.
Yeah, because when everyone was given Harold his list of stuff to do, Josh had already given all the other workers the day off.
Well, that's fine.
He made the mistake of coming back. Is there anything you need done? As a matter of fact, we do.
I just ask Hedwig, make sure, if everything's set up for the brewery, and if he got the supplies out of my room.
Yeah, so Hedwig tells you like that he did manage to bring your equipment down into the cellar. He had the workers bring it down there. Nothing is set up yet. He figured he'd leave that to you. And Hector, yeah, so you go ahead and start working away at making these the potions that you're making, and you get everything all put together and set up on a shelf. And it's going to take a day for them to actually produce.
Can I make just one at a time, or can I make
You can make multiple, depending if you have the amount. I mean, you have the recipe there. You need the as long as you have at least one gem for each potion.
Yes, I have 5 small gems, but I don't know how much they're worth.
Okay, so I'll put it this way: if you have small gems, I'm just gonna word those as worth 25 gold.
Okay.
So small gems would be exactly what you need.
Oh, perfect. I'm just gonna write that down.
I'm gonna after I eat my breakfast, I'll have a couple workers come with me and help set the brewing station, the brewery up. So however long you want me to take, I will take that time.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna spend
Before we
most of
go.
your morning getting all your brewery equipment all set up, and then I'm sure it's gonna take some time for it to actually distill. But
Yeah. No, I'm not expecting anything out of it for weeks.
All right, I'm gonna start 3 of these going then. I'll take.
I'm just
3.
trying to get some potent stuff, like some
ooh, it's a good stuff.
make you go blind. Yeah, make you go blind. Breathe fire.
Every time you take a swig, you got to do a fucking Constitution saving throw for blindness. I want to talk to Harry.
Oh my god.
I don't know why his name will not stick in my head.
And I want to make some to sell to the bars, a separate batch for the bars.
Not as strong.
Yeah, not as blackout.
Sure. Yeah, so you go ahead and you have barrels at your disposal, and anything you need. Hedwig is still down there, and he says, "Is there anything you need, Master? I could take a list, and I could send somebody an errand into town. There's
I'll
excellent
give 'em,
coopers in town that could get you some premium barrels."
I'm gonna give him 16 gold. Tell him to get whatever he can get.
And he looks
Are
at
you
you,
doing? Are you saying all of this in private?
I'm just speaking to Hedwig.
Right, but
whatever.
You're not at the breakfast table with everyone else, right?
No, I'm assuming.
I was
I'm
assuming
assuming
we were
Vasen
together.
and Hedwig are now down in the cellar with
Yeah.
with Hector. Yuri's up eating his breakfast. Meglar's still in bed sleeping.
Yeah, I gave him 16 gold. Told him, use this to get whatever materials we need to start a small brewing thing for me, and then whatever's left, we'll try to make small profit.
Yeah, and he says, very good, sir."
And then I direct him to have at least one person watching over it.
So then, Hector, as you were researching, trying to read through some of that book, the book, as far as you could tell, as you get the gist of it after a couple hours, it's some sort of formula to convert mundane items into gold, but without any further specialist. That's kind of all you got out of it.
Gotcha. I'll have Stodlers take a look at it too, see if he knows anything that I wouldn't. Dude, this looks like crazy talk right here. You want to take a look?
Snodless lead cheek, I guess. Snodless, I'll take a look.
All right, I pass you off the book. It was called something about the Philosopher's Stone.
It's the Ye Secret of Ye Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Don't forget the.
Okay. So what else do you guys want to do? So it's still early morning. I mean, literally the sun's just coming up, and you haven't heard the bell for the I think it was a horn. It's like a foghorn for the start of the council meetings. So you got a couple more minutes, I guess, to get your day started.
So I got
The book was found on the pirate ship, correct?
Sorry, what
Where
was
was
that?
this book found? Where was this book found?
All right, so the book was actually found in one of our first sessions. It was actually found in the cellar above this cellar that we're in now, and it was in one of, like, the laboratory. They found like a secret lab that had some items and some beakers. It looked like it was like the
Understood.
alchemist station.
I don't know where the book was found.
No,
That's more of what I was getting at. All right.
So I'm assuming Hector would have filled you in, like, where the book was found, and like you probably took your time to kind of walk around in the floor above that, because you would have actually had to pass through this area in order to get down to this underground dungeon that you're in right now.
right.
So, what did you glean from this book? Why do you think that Snodlers would know anything more?
I don't know. It looks like we turned stuff into gold somehow, but I'm not.
That's
the
crazy.
Yeah.
So, opening up the book real quick, is it in common or?
Yeah, it's in a strange language, and like it's mostly like mathematics and like a science all sprawled out. But then here and there, there's cliff notes that like you understand, like what Hector could see is in just conversion, gold, plating, and then metal. So there's nothing like real concise at like how to actually do this. It's like the ramblings of a madman that apparently this alchemist who everybody knew was kind of this shut-in who was working on this project for years.
Oh yeah. So some other history about the house. This house used to belong to an alchemist, and that was and that was where we got the book and all of the stuff from.
The book was the book written by the same person as the note?
No idea.
Yeah, so you guys both can like tell as you kind of like thumb through the book. There is actually no author like understood like on the cover or the inside cover of the book.
So using my critical fail, aka 5 intelligence check, Snodlers is trying to determine if the writing of the book is similar to the footnote or like the scrolling notes.
Yeah, I mean even with a 5, I mean you can see that it's completely different writing. So whoever wrote the clip notes did not write the book. Put it that way.
Earlier I cast Detect Magic on. Did it show anything or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna give it to you because that's about all I'm good for.
So is it worth me digging into that now, or is that something that you'd like to postpone, DM?
Yeah, I'd say just hold on to that. I mean, if that's something you guys want to pursue, we could definitely do that in the future.
And for a history of 18, do I know or have I heard of the philosopher in this, or the alchemist in this building region? I would not suspect so, but
no, actually you do, because you spent a few days in Saltmarsh kind of walking around and just like inquisitively asking people around, and like kind of like off to the distance you can kind of see excuse me, the mansion up on the top of the cliff. So Snodlers would have at one point asked, hey, what's that up there? So you got the gist of what everybody else in the town knows, that this is just an old, crazy old man's who was an alchemist mansion, and it had been abandoned for years. And then a few people here and there heard that it was haunted. I mean, you heard some stories of, oh, don't go up there, it's haunted.
The Wanderers took it over, and then Snodlers came and met the Wanderers.
All right. The other thing I want to do this morning. So the ship's in the harbor, right? We didn't go see what's his name for the reward yet. We're gonna
No,
go
not
to the
yet.
meeting.
Yep. Yeah, the
Okay.
ships on the dock because the harbor is actually deep enough to actually pull large ships right up into the docks.
So I want to go talk to the parrot.
Of the parrot on the ship.
Yeah. I assume we took him off the ship. 'cause
Okay, so
they're
yeah, I'll
not
give it to you.
gonna
That you guys brought the parrot back home with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured we'd put him, somewheres. Either leave him with the quartermaster or wherever. But I want to talk to him. And so I will cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Talk to this dude.
Josh is just blowing through his spell slots.
It's a ritual.
Yeah. It's gonna.
And we got a little bit of time. So
Okay, so the parrot, he is able to parrots are fairly smart animals anyway. So he does relay some information to you that he knows. He tells you about Lizardfolk, and that in the past couple of days they've made several trips to that location where you guys found him at. And that's all he knows is the talk of the Lizardfolk. It seems to be the thing that all the pirates on the ship had always been talking about, these Lizardfolk.
before you mentioned something about Pieces of Eight. What was that all about?
He just told you that was just an old pirate's shanty that they would sing.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you knew about some secret treasure. Can you fly?
Yeah, he can fly.
Do you want to hang around the house or you want to take off? I open the cage door.
He stays right in the cage. He's been in the cage his whole life, so he doesn't know what freedom is.
Hey man, you can stay around the house if you want. You don't have to stay inside this little cage.
So yeah, he just stays in the cage. He's content, but he does tell you, I am kind of hungry.
Oh yeah, we'll get some food set up. I'll give him some of my, I don't know. Go back to breakfast, see if I can find some nuts.
I've heard rumors that Polly's often like crackers.
I'll get some nuts and crackers, and I'll have. Do I know what parrots? I don't know what parrots eat, but would Hector know what fucking parrots eat?
He's a druid.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you spent some time on the seas too, Hector, like on ships. So I mean, it's not uncommon for seafaring people to have parrots, I suppose.
Turn into one and see what you want to eat.
I'll just ask him. Actually, fuck it.
Yeah, so he just says, I prefer fruit rather than nuts and crackers, but
Great. I'll see what we can get set up for you, and I'll go talk to Quartermaster and see about getting some fruit set up for a parrot friend. Obviously, leave the cage door open. If he wants to fucking hang out in there, he can. If he wants to fly around, he can.
all right. So you're gonna leave him down to the cellar then?
I'll probably put him up with the Quartermaster.
Okay.
This seems like a
So he's not lonely.
yeah, exactly.
In the dark cellar.
Yeah, put him next to a window. And that's kind of all I had planned for the morning. So
All right, so like another 20 minutes or so goes by, and you guys hear the loud brrrr, the foghorn coming from the center of town.
oh, we probably should have already been on the way. Whoops.
What?
Nah, I'd head out the door. Or to the main area of the door waiting for everybody.
Confused. What does this mean?
Oh,
So
Snuddlers,
the
we got a
woman's
meeting to
meeting?
go to the bell. They asked.
But but you know it's for a meeting.
In this case, yeah, in the morning when the one ring, they might have like multiple rings for, I don't know, fire or something, but
What type of bell is it? Is it like a church bell? Did you say like it was a?
It's like a horn. It's like a loud like horn of Gondor. Like it's like a foghorn sound.
I think John just cut out. John, can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
We all get.
There we
Can
go.
now.
We can.
That's random. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's weird. But let me check, make sure my mic's plugged all the way in.
It was like, yeah, so the
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the bell is it's like a horn, like a foghorn, like the horn of Gondor, like a big brrr sort of thing that signifies the town meeting start.
Well then, just Snodler's good to come to this. Are we all going? Does only some of us go? Like, who are we meeting?
We all go together.
We're all going.
Plus, you guys haven't really addressed this at this time anyway. Not to really butt in, but like Snodler's is still just this guy that showed up at your house and went on this journey with you. Is he like officially part of the travelers, or is this still his initiation? Or?
Honestly, I'm still very confused on what's going on. I just literally am following the Wanderers and whatever. It's been interesting, but I still have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, that I don't know if we exactly know what's going on either. So just stick tight and act like you belong.
I have a bed. That's all I know. I was told to take one. I do what you want.
Yeah, we'll figure out the noodly bits later.
Snodler shrugs his shoulders. Thanks for the book, though.
Yeah, let me know if you find anything else.
All right, so I'm assuming you guys make your way down through the town, and you notice like through the town, it's already busy. You can see all the people coming up from the docks and all the fishermen unloading their fish and the catch of the day. As you walk through the market, which is down here, this is the path to the main market, and you can see all the docks down here. So as you guys kind of round the corner and make your way up into the council chambers. Again, this is.
Are we anywhere near the bar?
Remember, the bar is down here, at the other end of the market.
Right here, right?
Yeah.
And then you said the council chamber was.
Oh, I gotta
people
get
here.
on that.
Right. Yep.
All right, I'll go there first.
Where to the bar?
No, we'll just go right to the can. No. To the.
To the council.
That's what I was just gonna ask. How urgent is going to this meeting, especially if we're passing the bar?
No, I was just gonna fill up my gourd and then go, but we'll go to the meeting first.
All right. Yeah. So you guys you walk up to this the stairs, and there's you see this large like steepled building and a large brick wall. It's a brick building. And you can see the large horn sticking out of the top of the place, and two guards stand on the front steps, and they both nod at you, and they open the doors as soon as they see you guys approach. And you walk into the main chamber, and there's this large room, and there's a very long table at the opposite side of this room, and several smaller doors on both sides of this main room. And sitting at the table are the three council members that you know of, Edda, Gellin, and Anders Solomon, yes. They're all sitting at the table, and Eleander is standing off to the side of the table. He walks over to you as soon as you approach, and he goes, "Good morning, gentlemen. I'm glad to see you are well." And then he looks down at Snodler's, and he goes, "New initiate, perhaps?"
Yeah, he's on probation. What do you think? So,
He's new.
Yeah.
It's not Iliander.
what do they call that? Probation.
Probation, yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, so Eleander looks down at Snodler and goes, pleasure to meet you, gentlemen.
Left hand, try to shake his hand again.
And then he looks puzzled and just kind of ignores you.
Not normal.
So Eleander steps back to the table and goes, the council is waiting for you. So as you guys step up, Anders is like super, he's a super young human guy. He's like very good looking, blonde hair. He's very like a strapping young lad. He looks at you guys and he's like super excited to see you. He goes, friends, welcome back. What news have you? Have you ended the smuggling of the sea princess?
Well, we certainly put a hamper into it.
The
Rumor-
princess.
So he says, like, rumor has it that you put an end to San Belay once and for all.
Yes, that we definitely did.
Ah, I wish
We
I could have
should-
been there to help you.
He should still be on the ship. But
No,
his body,
some
anyway.
we killed.
Yeah, his body should be on the ship, though.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Who's
Didn't
the
we-
prisoner?
Yeah, we captured someone.
No, we didn't capture. We freed Osinius?
Yeah, we also captured someone.
Yeah, you also.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if we got his name.
I don't remember if he had told you the information, but yeah, he was the captain of the ship.
Yeah, he was the only one. We murdered the other guy.
So
Well,
what you guys were told
Placeholder.
before, like, by the council, that you know that Sam Belay is kind of like he's like a lieutenant within the Sea Prince organization. He's one of the higher ups. He wasn't actually a captain of a ship, but he was like one of the heads of like the smuggling ring, and he was kind of in charge of the daily smuggling in and out of Saltmarsh.
Yeah, so the smuggling portion of it seems to be taken care of. The rest of it, the slaver aspect of it, we'll have to look into some more. But
So at that point, you look over at Ada, the small old lady, and she stands up and she just starts clapping. She goes, "Well done, gentlemen. This is truly amazing. You really are heroes. Oh, reward them, Gellin." And she looks. You guys look over. She's talking to the finely dressed gentleman sitting next to her with the large buccaneer style hat, and he's got this thin mustache, and he's kind of like stroking his long goatee, and he goes, "Oh, I suppose. Excellent job. Nobody died. After all, you are making the town a safer and more profitable place for us all." And so he gets up, and you see him walk over to one of the rooms on the side, and he comes back a couple of minutes later with a couple large coin pouches, and he slaps them on the table. And here's the agreed upon price, 3,000 gold, and he puts it on the table.
Yuri gets all excited.
Lean over to Yuri. Is that a lot?
3,000's pretty good.
That's a pretty decent amount. Doubles up my coin purse.
I'll snatch it off the table.
All
Did
3,000
we-
of it, or
Did we already add it last week?
yeah, I don't know if you guys added it or not, but
I feel like we did because I have 300.
I have 400 gold.
yeah,
I have 800.
Yeah,
I
like-
have 1,000.
Yeah, I think we added
We
it.
might have already added it.
yeah, okay.
Yes, I think it was supposed to be like 300 apiece for the 5 of us, or 600.
Yeah, 3,000 divided by 6.
500.
So it sounds like if you have 800 or 1,000, you probably already added it. If you only have 400, then you definitely didn't add it.
Yeah,
I think I learned spell scrolls.
yeah, you did.
I
It's
remember.
expensive as piss.
I think I remember him saying he was blowing the money as soon as he got it.
That's every wizard.
So how much gold? 300?
500 per person.
500.
500 per person.
500 per person.
3,000 divided by 6 is 500.
Yeah, I only had 400 gold, so
Yeah, same.
I don't think I added it.
Yeah, I had like 390, so.
I don't remember what spells I got.
So,
And I literally haven't bought anything.
so Anders says, "So this is truly excellent. Did you find out any other information about these pirates?"
Ooh. Yeah, there's lizards that are getting weapons.
Lizards
Pretty regular.
getting weapons? Where?
The pirates were delivering them, along with lizard pirates. It was the craziest thing.
So he looks confused. He goes, "Near Saltmarsh?"
Where the where the rendezvous was, where we rendezvoused with your captain and the guards.
Well, that's not
Captain
very
Jenner.
far away at all. Oh,
Yeah.
No,
well, something must be done about this. We can't have a lizard folks arming themselves so near our town. Something must be done. Am I right? And he stands up and he looks at the other council members, and Ada says, "Yeah, I agree. This could definitely cause a threat for all of us."
Yeah, we're happy to look into that for you. Also, I forgot to ask with the other guards. If we back up time real quick. The dudes, this princes that left off the boat. There's like 3 of them in a rowboat. Did the other guards, were they able to like capture or kill them, or are they at large still? I totally just forgot to check in on what happened to them.
Oh yeah, so like I'm presuming like as soon as they got to shore, they were just captured and brought to prison.
I assumed, I just totally like forgot to check and just had to. So
Yeah,
we can,
so
we can-
Eleander speaks up and he fills you in. He goes, "Yeah, yes, the other men that were on the rowboat, as soon as they got to shore, we apprehended them, and they should be en route to Seaton Prison this very day."
It might be worth our while to interrogate them.
yeah, same as the ship captain. We captured the captain, which I think they know about already. But
Yeah, he says, "Yes, we were already well aware of this. Captain Jenner and his brigade is taking upon this matter." And so Anders looks back over and he's like, if there's a threat of Lizardfolk nearby, they must be stopped at once." Then Ida kind of like stops and interrupts him. She's like, but wait a minute, like this could be very costly, and starting a war may not be the smartest idea. Perhaps maybe you guys could just go out and gather some intelligence and see what is going on out there.
yeah, we need to know if it's a dozen or a dozen.
Maybe taking
Yeah.
a hostile action isn't the smartest idea.
It's not less as a question. Is a dozen 144
Yes.
or more than that?
Nope, you got it in one.
Good.
Galen, he's like, well, there is more money in the bank, so I suppose we could pay you for investigating this. Am I right? And he looks over to the other council members and he's like, yes. How about
So does this mean we can't attack? I just need to make sure I understand.
So Edda looks down at you, Snodlers, and she's like, I would prefer if we don't start a war and lose innocent people, since we don't have a full military brigade here. I mean, we have a small barracks, but if there's 144 Lizardfolk in this lair, this could be very bad news for this quaint town. So
Well, thankfully-
please do not start a war.
They didn't get all the armor and weapons, so maybe it won't be that big of a deal.
They definitely got some. I talked to someone who said that this is like the 3rd time they've dropped off weapons and stuff.
Third time. So Anders stands up. He's like, this is crazy talk. Like, something must be done. Use any force necessary. And then Ida's like, no. We're not prepared for a full-scale battle with possibly hundreds or thousands of these Cretans.
I'm looking at her like right now, like, look, ma'am, it's okay. He said it's any force necessary. It may not be necessary, but it probably will be. But it may not be necessary.
Oh, well, at least one of you is the voice of reason.
May
Yeah,
be necessary.
Full on war. It's not really it's not really what I'm down for.
You know what they say? I mean, raw is just war backwards. So
So Eleander, he steps in and he goes, well, at your behest, I shall send Phil and Randall, the troops that went with you last time. I will have them escort you in a keel boat up the river for a faster route of travel than by horse. Bring you right to the river, or right to the mouth of the Dunwater, and please make haste and find out as much information as you can. If there truly is an invasion being prepared, we must know and get word to the king right away.
How long did this take us last time? It took like a half a day to get there?
Let me see. So last time it took 10 hours by wagon to get there last time.
We're talking like 5 to 7 on boat.
So so boat is like so it's 5 hours by water. So
Okay.
So I look around. It's like, sorry.
No, you're good. It's just a direct route. So like he tells you like this is a small boat. It has a sail and it has oars. So we'll give you a couple guys that'll help you get upriver real quick.
So I look around at the other party. It's like, so if we have to tell the mayor, like Snodlers doesn't have an ability to do that. Do you guys? Like without we're supposed to tell them as soon as we find out. I can't tell anyone as soon as we find out. Can you?
No, not as soon as.
Well, is there like do we have like 2 rocket propelled light emitting devices that perhaps one of each color?
What's a rocket?
How don't you know what a rocket is?
I could maybe send a bird tomorrow, but I would have to wait till morning.
Where would we have to send the message? Here?
Yeah, I assume. I mean,
Then who would it be addressed to?
What's that?
Who are we addressing it to then?
Any one of the 3, I assume.
I thought, yeah, like Eleander.
Eleander, was it Ida?
All right.
Yeah,
Edda.
Ida, yeah.
Ida.
And I forget the third one's name.
Anders. And Gellin.
Yeah, Gellin.
Yeah, I prefer dealing with Ida. She seems like the most
We have...
level-headed.
You're saying that in front of them?
Yeah, they're all kind of looking at you like, okay.
At least they got our names right.
What's his face like spying on us? So like he fucking knows he's not my favorite.
Yeah, Gellin, the whole time you're doing that, he's still sitting there and he's kind of like side-eyed, he's like squinting a little bit. He's like trying to eavesdrop and listen to what you're saying. Yeah, he's definitely seems a little bit more shady than the other 2.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, we already caught this dude like spying on us. So like obviously he's not the one I'm gonna go to first. Like I don't want to start a fist fight with this dude, but he knows we're not favorites.
I say we just kill him.
So you just stepped up, like, oh, whoa, no, there should be no killing of anybody.
These guys are getting us money.
Hold on, John's mic cut out again.
What is going on?
Yeah, you're back. I like saw you like lean forward and start. It looked like you were talking, but I didn't hear anything come out.
That's so weird.
Are you on push to talk or just auto?
No, it's just on auto.
So now that we're just insulting these people basically to their face and we don't care, I'm just gonna say that we've been accepting whatever payment Eleander sees fit to give us, which has been plenty, but maybe we should negotiate our payments a little bit before we potentially start a war.
So yeah, Gellin says, so this 1,000 gold should be sufficient, right?
For information?
For getting information and returning it to us. I feel like we may be giving you more than what is necessary, but...
Well, for information, 1,000 seems okay, but what if we're attacked and, we're going to need compensation for that?
For what, running and retreat?
We don't
You want us
retreat.
to retreat?
Oh, we don't wish to start a war, you heard, Ida. But if
We're not trying to start a war. What if they're trying to kill us? Do we just let them?
Well, circumstances may vary. I mean, maybe we will renegotiate if any of you survive on your way back then, I suppose.
Sounds fair.
Sounds ominous.
Sounds like we might want to stop by the mines. I mean, I think they were going to offer us more money, so if this isn't that important, we could just go there first.
So Ida, she looks over at you, Hector, and she's like, "Listen, this is of utmost importance. Do not listen to Gellin. If more money is what you are after, go ahead and roll a persuasion check, Hector."
This is not what I'm good at. Persuasion.
The best things in D&D are the failures.
Okay, so she says, "Well, I mean, if it eases your mind and we gain your trust, I suppose we could throw in another 300 gold on top of that."
That's a 33% increase.
That should help your guild, shouldn't it?
Yuri is impressed by Snodler's math skills. I don't know.
That would help.
Did she come to talk, or she's still talking from across the table?
She's talking from across the table, but she looks like you can see like the look on her face. She's kind of worried that you guys are not going to accept the offer. Obviously, Gellin, he's just like, well, fuck you guys, you know, it's not a big deal. And Anders, you can see him. He's getting like physically like you can see him start like shaking. He's about to Hulk rage out because he just wants to go and handle this shit himself.
Gotcha. I'll just nod in appreciation and be like, we'll take care of this for you. I expect you to hear from us sometime tomorrow, possibly day after, but probably tomorrow.
Look for our owl.
So she bless you, thank you.
You're welcome.
And Eleander, he kind of looks over at the whole group of you, and he just gives you a nod, like in approval.
Give him a nod back, and is that everything then? We're all taken care of? You're going to take care of the prisoners, and we're going to take care of scouting? Anything else we need to do before we leave?
So Eleander speaks up because I do have to mention the sea elf that you found, Oceanus. Perhaps he could be of use to you scouting around the area. He did claim to know he has scouted the area for quite some time now. Do you think he could be trusted?
I don't know.
We could beat the information out of him.
That sounds weird. We could technically beat information out of anyone, right?
Yeah, but I'd enjoy this.
I think that'd be
So
nice.
Eleander, yeah, he kind of like raises an eyebrow and he's like, "Well, perhaps maybe you would not like to bring this poor boy. He just told me about his twin sister being murdered and found washed up on the shore of Saltmarsh, but."
I'll tell you what. Why don't we let Yuri go to the bar and bludgeon whoever there, and I'll go talk to the elf.
Where are you?
So Eleander looks over at you, specifically Hector, and says, actually, Oceanus is staying at the bar right now. He says he wishes to return home.
I guess we'll all go to the bar.
Well, we could let him return home.
Yeah,
He doesn't need to come with us.
Yeah, actually, do we have...
I mean, he was just captive on a ship, and his sister died.
I don't think I want to take him with us, but I'm going to go talk to him and see what he can tell us. And do we have a way of getting him back home? Is that a thing you guys can do, or do we have to take care of that?
I mean, I have 2 feet.
So Eleander responds. He says, well, actually, we weren't going to bring him home, but he does live his tribe does live south of here. And I'm sure when he's on the mend, he would be on his way.
All right. We'll see if we can... I'll see if I can expedite that for him. All right. I'm going to go talk to him. I think that concludes everything for today on our end.
So he says, very well, shall we head this meeting back towards getting in our keelboat? I will contact Phil and Randall while you guys go to the bar.
Great. We'll meet him on the docks.
So the 3 council members, they all kind of bow and they thank you for your time. And you guys head out of the council and back into the streets, and you're back on the main stretch of the market district. And there's, again, you can see it's busy. There's all sounds of fishermen and people laughing and people selling their goods.
Lean over to Hector. So, Snodless wants to know which dock this is. I don't care about this bar.
Which dock we're meeting them at?
Yes.
Probably the one next to the nearest the barracks, but...
Where's the barracks?
Barracks. The map is flipped, so I think this one's the barracks. So the barracks is like north of town.
Yeah, the barracks would be north.
So you're gonna have to be much more specific. This one is there's buildings everywhere.
I
Yeah.
thought it was this one.
So the
No,
one
this
with
is the barracks.
that's
this
the
is
barracks.
Oleander's
everywhere.
place.
Yeah, that's Oleander's tower.
I assume it's gonna be the docks the most north, but either way, we just look for the the same dudes that escorted us last night. They'll be at the boat, so we just gotta look for those two dudes in uniform, and we'll be
Shit, Snodless should have paid attention.
good. As we walk out towards the bar, is there any town guards?
Towards the bar. Yeah. So like, there's a few guards here and there. You see them kind of like doing their patrol, walking through the streets. But remember, Saltmarsh isn't like the most. The kingdom has its troops there, but it's not like a full on military presence in the town.
Yeah. I just want to point out what the uniform looks like to Snodlers again. Like, just look for dudes in that uniform by a boat. It's probably our guy.
Yeah. So you look over, you see one of the guards. They have this white tunic with a griffin, black and white griffin on the chest.
All right. I would like. Oh man, I did so well. All right, fine.
What's up?
I was gonna look for him with disadvantage because I really didn't fucking pay attention. I was gonna get in the first boat that had a dude that had that chest on, but I feel like I might have actually found it. So
Yeah, so right now, like the boat isn't here yet. There's no guards down at the dock, so you just see them walking through the crowd.
perfect. So I just keep looking at every dock, and I'm going the opposite direction.
I'm gonna go to the bar with the other guys.
I would like to look at all the fish and stuff though to see if any of them are recognizable, but that's not a big deal.
I want to go to the bar as well.
Okay, so it's now they're kind of like makes his way checking out the sights of the town. Yeah, you see there's all sorts of fishermen, and like they're kind of just like towering over you because like 85% of this village is all human, and they're all like big muscly like fishermen, and they're all just kind of like scuttling about and not paying attention to you as they're carrying crates of fish, and you kind of have to weave your way through the crowd, and you're kind of like taking in the sights and the smells of all these crates of fish everywhere. And
Any of them look familiar? And the answer is no.
I would say like nothing really looks familiar, and you're kind of like really in awe. Some of the size of some of these fish that they're pulling in are like the size of you.
Impressive. Looks like a meal. All right, good enough for me.
So the rest of you guys head over to the bar, and it's the bar tavern. It's the name of that bar was the Empty Net Tavern. Oh no, yes, no. That's
That was the fish. That was the fish smelling one.
Yeah, no, the Empty Net is the one where you guys went in there and you started that fight. This is the Snapping Line Tavern. Yeah,
That's
Snapping line.
the Snapping Line Tavern. So yeah, so as you enter it's like the inn/tavern, and it's pretty quiet. There's just a couple people sitting around, and right off the bat though, you see Oceanus. He's just sitting at a table. He's eating breakfast, and he looks in much better condition as when you guys found him in the closet, all tied up. And but as you guys enter through the door, he looks up and he goes, hello, friends, come sit.
I'm just gonna give a wave and head on over.
I'll head over as well.
I'm leaning over at boss, tell him to hand me his gourd real quick.
I just walk up to the bar. Hand me my gourd? What are you, crazy?
Never touch
I'm gonna
another man's
get it-
gourd.
I'm gonna get it filled for you.
I could fill it.
All right,
Also-
suit yourself.
Gourds are one of the things I'm growing back at the garden, so we can have like a bunch more.
Yes.
As Voss walks away, I'll toss him. How much is alcohol? I'll toss him a gold piece since he got the shit kicked out of him come to rescue me. I'll let him know that this gourd Phillip's on me.
Yeah, so it was 4 copper for just a mug of their cheap ale.
Well, he's filling up a gourd, so I'll just toss him a gold piece and say thanks for, getting the shit kicked out of you for me.
So at this point, you guys walk over to the bar and you see Hannah Rist, and she looks and she goes, "Wow, guys, I haven't seen you in days. How have you been?"
Well, good. Getting my ass kicked. But other than that, good and drunk.
It's just excellent. You were one of my favorite customers besides Varen. I miss Varen. He was an excellent
I put my
soul.
head down. Poor Varen. I need a shot for Varen.
It's just a shot for all of us on the house, and she pours shots for everybody and holds it up and says, "For Varen." And they all, you guys all
For
slam
Varen,
back
and
your
I
shot.
slug it back. Now I need for me your strongest spirits.
Oh, the good stuff. Welcome back, Voss. So she
Just
walks
fill
over to
the gourd, please.
She walks over to the back counter and she pulls out a bottle like behind all of the other top shelf bottles, and she picks it up and she blows it off. It's all covered in dust, and she says, "I've been saving this for a special occasion, and you look like you could be using this right now." And she fills up your gourd and she asks for 2 silver.
We'll give her 1 gold.
Oh, thank you. And she says, "You know what? Here." And she grabs another flask, not a flask, what do you call it? Like a water skin. And and she fills up another water skin and she just hands it over to you. So you have a.
I take it, and then I ask her for some shot glasses.
And she grabs the shot glasses off the bar that you guys just had.
I fill them all 3 of them up with it, and give her 1.
She's like, "Well,
And do another shot to Varen.
I don't know if I could handle this, so okay." So she does a shot.
And hand the other one to Yuri.
All right, so make a Constitution saving throw, Yuri and Voss and Hannah.
Poor girl.
If it's poison, dwarves get advantage. Just saying.
Well, I think it's just the fact that it's like 9 o'clock in the morning and they're hammering back shots already.
You're hammering back the real good stuff.
God damn.
Yeah, Yuri pounds it down like a champ.
Fucking all 3. You
And
pounded down like a
Voss,
champ.
yeah, and even Hannah, she pounds it down, and you see her kind of like not even wince a little bit, and she kind of smiles like that she can hang with the big boys. And she goes, for Varen.
Varen. And then I just put the water skin with spirits away and cap my gourd and go sit down at the table.
Yeah, so this spirits that you have, it's at least 100 proof. It's some strong ass alcohol. So
Wild Turkey 101.
Flammable?
it is
I'm
flammable.
hoping.
So Oceana says, "Oh yeah, guys, come over, guys." He seems very excited to see you.
Yeah, I
Sit
walked
down.
right over. Everybody else went to the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'll sit down with him as well.
he says, "I never actually got your name and a chance to thank you for all that you did. I was stuck in that closet for seemed like weeks. I don't know, and I'm so grateful for you. Thank you." And he shakes each one of your hands.
Welcome. My name's Hector.
Hector,
Vitoris.
Taurus.
Yuri and Voss.
I cannot thank you enough. I mean, my sister and I thought this would be a fun adventure to go on, just to scout out the local area and to see what the landwalkers, had in their life. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. So much greenery and dry land. It all seemed amazing, and until we ran into those horrible pirates.
Yeah. Wish it was all fun and games up there. I was going to talk to you actually about. You said you did some scouting around the area where you were abducted.
Yes, and we made our way as far as north as to the Lizardfolk lair that they have up there, but we didn't get too close. My father has warned us about these people.
Yeah, the town wants us to go see what's going on up there. Do you have any idea how many there are, or where entrance is, or?
So at that point, you guys all kind of notice that on the floor next to next to Oceanus is this long trident in a backpack, and he says, actually, I don't know how many there are, but there's when I was up there, I saw at least a dozen of them around the outside. But the actual structure is this large hillside structure. It's probably at least 80 or probably 100 yards wide. It's kind of a mounded structure. I don't know how many floors are in it, but it looks honestly like it could hold quite a few people.
How long ago did you scout up there? Did you happen to scout past a monastery that was out there?
A monastery? I've only stayed along the coast and went into the Hool Marshes just a bit. Where was the monastery?
It was off the coast.
Oh well, I didn't go
As
any
I say,
further.
was off the coast.
Yeah, so like your monastery was just north of the Dunwater River, and
Mhm.
so he tells you like I didn't go any further than the river, and I went down river and scouted out where the Lizardfolk lair was. My father told us to be wary of them and to stay away, but the curiosity, me and my sister just had to see them for ourselves.
What do you and your what does your village do?
What do? We are a village of peaceful folk. About
Do you guys
about
have
60
a
miles
craft,
south of
trade?
here.
What's it called?
Our village?
Yes.
It's the Village of Seacrest. It's a beautiful place. Maybe I could show you around sometime.
You think you're gonna go back there now?
I was planning on going back. I mean, I need to inform my father of my sister's passing. But if you guys need a guide, I could, gladly I could show you where the Lizardfolk lair is.
Well, that's up to you, man. I don't want to put you in too much danger.
Oh no, I
Wouldn't
mean,
hurt.
I would love to return the favor. You guys saved my life. I am not a warrior of any sort, but I have been trained in fighting arts. And he picks up his trident and he kind of like twirls it around his hand and stands it up next to him. And
I just grab my axe and draw it
That's good
because
enough for me.
I'm looking for any reason to kill this guy.
to kill
Why?
Oceanus.
To kill Oceanus, yes.
Okay.
Why?
Because I don't trust him.
You don't trust the guy that was chained up in a broom closet.
You guys trust him?
He's
Trust
not
him
giving
enough to
us.
show us the way.
Yeah, he's not giving us any reason not to.
You guys also trusted a guy named Ned. You remember him?
Ned's
Yeah.
dead.
That's
Shot
dead.
him.
Ned's dead because he turned on us.
Well, if he turns on us, then we'll introduce him to Ned.
So Oceanus looks over at Yuri and he says, "Well, perhaps, Mr. Dwarf, I could prove you wrong. I am a very trustworthy individual. In fact, you are the first dwarf I have ever met, and I have no reason not to trust you."
Oh, you do. He's about as hot-headed as they come.
Oh.
Well, why don't you give me that trident then?
Well, why would I hand you over something that could protect my life?
And he's a bully. Sit down, Yuri. Just relax, would you? We're like in the middle of a bar. Have a drink. It's a good time, man.
So at that, Oceanus says, when do we head out?
Well, they're prepping a boat for us. You said your village is about 50 miles south.
Yeah, 60 miles south.
How long would that take to get on a small sailing vessel?
That would probably take probably a good 10 hours to get there by ship. I do have to warn you, it is underwater, so do all of you have the ability to breathe underwater?
No.
Oh,
No, I was just gonna see about setting up a transport for you back so that you didn't have to see your own way there.
I appreciate that, Hector, very much so, but I could take a ride back here to Saltmarsh, and then I could find my way back south.
I'll tell you what, we're getting paid for the scouting mission. How about we give you like 100 gold for being our guide?
I couldn't possibly ask for anything. Just a form of payment would be just I could help you.
I appreciate it. We're gonna see about getting you some passage back.
Oh, I appreciate it. Truly amazing humans.
All right. I think as soon as the boat's ready, we're ready to go. I'm gonna go buy a couple bottles of like mid-grade to cheap wine, like 4 bottles of wine,
Okay. Yeah. So
and then 2 bottles of really expensive wine.
So Hannah, she gathers like a little wooden box for you, and she puts a couple bottles in there, and she says, so 4 silver for the wine, and what else can I get you, my dear?
Oh, it's just like 4 bottles of cheap wine, 2 bottles of expensive wine.
Oh, and 2 bottles of expensive wine. So another 10 silver, and she hands you these like really beautifully like red, elegant looking wines, and they actually have a kind of fairly fancy label compared to some of the other alcohol that she's normally selling around there.
I'm intently watching his wine.
I guess hold them in the crate for now as we crate around, like going to the.
Do you need help with that?
So she says to you, she says, now since hearing that some of the pirates are dwindling from our town, I don't have to hold on and stash away some of this good stuff so much. So we expect to have much better supplies from here on out.
That sounds good to me.
I want to ask Oceanus if he's ever heard of an Ain Joy Sword.
A what?
Joy Sword. No, I can't say I've ever heard of the name. I haven't met too many people that are surface dwellers.
Alright. Is there somewhere in town to send a message to another city?
You're asking this to Oceanus, or?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if I think this town's big enough to have like a, I don't know, mail messenger post or something like that.
Like the Pony Express?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Pigeon
Oceanus doesn't
carrier.
know. I mean,
Well, I'm trying to think, would my character have seen one, like, at the times we've been walking around town?
yeah, okay. Let's say just like as of walking around, and you guys have been there for a couple weeks now. Like even in your downtime, that you guys would have been around town, kind of exploring like all the little nooks and crannies of the town. So they do have like a pigeon service, and you can send like a dove to a nearby town. Like as far as they can go is the town of Seaton, or the city of Seaton that you hear.
Can you send a message past that?
Like from past.
Are you hoping we could send them a message of information that we find
No,
out?
no. This is for this is part of my backstory.
So like if you had a contact in Seaton that like would receive the message,
gotcha.
then they could send it on another bird on further. But typically like the nearest town that they do most of their trading with is the city of Seaton, that's just south of here.
Gotcha. Well, I didn't know if I could like send a message from like here to say Neverwinter, even if it's got to go through multiple stops. But that's fine. I'm sure at some point we'll end up in Seaton, which is a bigger town, right?
Yeah, Seaton's actually a city, so like you could probably from Seaton like get a like a messenger, like a courier that'll travel, with a message
Gotcha.
as far as you want.
Noted.
How long till the boat's ready, do you think?
So Eleander is only up the road, so it takes you another half hour or so, and Eleander is out on the docks. You guys kind of walk your way out back into the market district and kind of standing around and shooting the shit. And then you see the keel boat kind of pull up just out on this dock outside the bar. And you see Eleander riding on a horse from the north. And he approaches the dock. And you see the sails down on the ship and these long oars sticking out, 2 sets of oars. And the 2 men that you had seen before, Philip and Randall, they kind of wave to you as they sit in the boat waiting for you.
I wave at him as I walk over.
These are Eleander's men.
Yep.
That went
So these are the
last
guys
time?
that were on the wagon last time. So Randall was like, gentlemen, welcome. You're in safe hands with us. And right, Phil? And Phil looks over. He's like, yeah, I guess.
We got room for one more.
Oh yeah. So this is a pretty large boat. I mean, it's like a large rowboat with a small sail, so it'll fit like 8 people on it easily.
No,
Has anyone seen Snodlers?
Yeah, he was walking down the docks, so
I guess I'd wander back.
I just hop on the boat, put my foot up, take a swig of my gourd.
So there's 6 of us and 2 of them. So that means we have to man the oars, or are they sending in like 4 more people for the oars as well?
No, so they have the oars. So they have the 2 men on the oars, and then like I said, it's like an 8-person boat. So like they're both rowing until you get out into the main sea. Then they'll put the sail down or up. I don't know how you say it. Sail down, whatever. They set sail. Arr.
Arg.
Oh, so Vaz, are you taking the good stuff? Is that what you're drinking?
Yeah, that's what I took a swig of.
yeah, it's going down smooth. All right, so I'm assuming you guys all get on the boat, and within a few minutes, you guys kind of see the sights. You go down through the harbor, past the stilted bar, the empty net tavern, the pirate bar, and it's actually pretty quiet looking, even like the black market district where Meglar had his adventure with drug dealers down here. It looks pretty quiet, like you've heard. Some of the crime is starting to get cleaned up in Saltmarsh, and the sea princes are seemingly getting the message that there's some new badasses in town that don't take too kindly of their shit. So you guys make your way out of the harbor and start making your way up the coast. And a couple hours into your sea journey, just up ahead of you, you see this small raft. It's floating by. It's a small raft. There's like a little tent on the raft and a single sail. And as you approach it, you hear, ahoy, friends! And then as you get closer, this is what you see.
Snodlers doesn't know them.
So you see this strange, thin-looking man, balding. He's kind of like hopping back and forth across this raft.
Did something change?
No.
Can you look at? You should be able to look in your journal.
All I see is treasure map, Eleander's town, empty net tavern, haunted house.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Oh, maybe I didn't give
I
you
don't see
permission. Sorry, I
anything
didn't give
art.
all you guys permission. But hold on.
I'm assuming you're putting it in the art section.
Yeah, it should be.
So did Oceanus go with us, or is he still at the tavern?
He went with us.
Yeah, he's with
I
you.
believe he.
Does he look very different from the other humanoids and the other people in town?
I thought he was like an elf, wasn't he? Like
Yeah, he's a sea
water
elf, so
elf?
he is kind of this like greenish-looking skin. Are you talking about the guy on the raft?
No, I'm talking about the dude that's coming with us from the bar.
Oceanus.
Yeah, he's like he's like this kind of like bluish green complexion and pointy ears like an elf. He's pretty short in stature, and Yeah, he looks definitely different from anybody else that you've actually seen in town.
Looks like a dark elf to me. Got it.
Yeah. So basically, you might think that he's similar to the dark elf that you might have known.
With a 3, I feel like it is. And a 2.
Let me try to reload this because I don't know why it won't let me give you guys permission to see it.
So what is this boat ride? How long is this taking? 10 hours, is it?
Up the coast, yeah, it's gonna take no, not 10 hours. It's gonna take 5 hours.
5 hours.
Yep.
Perfect time for me to put a little polish on my axe and maybe stone the blade just a little bit. If the waters aren't too rough.
Well, we got a second actually too, Dave. Do you have those darts I gave you still?
I do.
I thought you gave them to Snodlers. I thought.
I gave Snodlers like 3 of them. I gave Dave like 5 or 10.
Excuse me?
I have 15.
Okay, cool.
What is it?
Darts. I'd given you like 3 darts last week.
I definitely don't have them.
Oh, you should add them to your inventory.
Just normal ass darts, right?
Yeah, they're I mean, I made them out of shark's teeth like myself, but yeah, they function as regular darts.
Sure you. No, I do not remember that. So that was just my bad in clicking it.
Oh,
Narjan. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, so that's what you see. You see this little raft and this skinny, weird-looking dude. He's like hopping around, all excited to see you, and he's got several chests on the raft. And as he approaches, he tosses a line over to your ship.
Yeah, I'll catch it and start hauling them in.
And he like clambers over, and he's kind of like straddling like one leg on your ship and one leg on his raft, and he's kind of like floating back and forth. He's like, "Hi, friends, welcome. I'm glad you found me. My name is Narjan, and this is Narjan's mystical magic items of the sea. Perhaps I could interest you in some very exquisite items that I guarantee you won't find anywhere else."
What do you got?
All right, so I have something else. I can just put the list in. Oh my god, why doesn't this not work?
Yeah.
Roll 20. You're killing me. So apparently every time I like load something, I have to get out of it and get back into it.
Oh, jeez.
But I couldn't do it ahead of time because you guys would have all looked in your journal and been like, "What is this?" All right, so let me relaunch, and then you guys should see his list of magical items that he has for sale. Yeah, he seems like very animated and happy to please.
Sounded like he seemed happy to see us.
Well, wouldn't you be happy if you were trying to sell shit and no one was around and you did it off of a raft that was going to sink?
This is true.
I mean, Snodlos has never seen any faring sea-based sellers, let alone magical ones.
I don't know if Snodlers has ever seen the sea.
The statement still stands.
All right, so I don't know. You guys should be able to see the list of stuff right now, right? And whatever you have, yeah, you like that? Yeah, the shell phone is in there. So if you guys want a description of like what anything does, he says I'm glad to help, and he's like going through this his chest, and he's like holding each of these items up, and he's like, huh, anything you're interested in?
So Snodlers would. Can I? Am I able to touch it?
So he says, I don't know. And he looks over at you and he's like, I suppose you seem pretty trustworthy. You're a small guy. I could probably just throw you in the water. And he goes, okay. And he lets you kind of like browse through his chest of goods. Come on aboard, little fellow.
just literally haphazardly go and reach, and I pull out the potion of water breathing, and I uncap it and smell it, and I cap it again. I rolled an 8 to try to see if I could actually determine if this was really what he thinks it was what he's selling.
I mean, you have no idea, but like,
All right.
but go ahead and do an insight check on him.
It's very common for I don't know what's been going on. I don't think I can roll above a 3.
so you're looking at him, and you like, I guess you're kind of like just like enthralled by just the way he's speaking, and you're kind of like you haven't met anybody this animated before, and he seems legit because whatever he's telling you makes complete sense. He's like, yes, go ahead, touch it, but don't drink it, or you will have to pay for it.
So I know like magic, Nistil's magic aura, which actually will make things look magic and not, is something that is actually common to deep elves. So like I'm cautious but wary of that, which is why I'm acting in this regard. But if I believe it, I believe it. So I just put it back. I say, yeah, no, Snodlos understands. It's no big deal. And then I back away.
Is there anything else
Seems
that
legit.
you guys would like?
Honestly, it seems like it's pretty good, guys. Snodlos doesn't see anything wrong with this.
I'll buy both potions of water breathing.
Oh, excellent choice. So they're 100 gold apiece.
Perfect. Here you go.
What's this staff you have?
Ah, this staff. This is an excellent item. Ah, I found this. Yes, I did. I found this washed up on a beach. And he holds it out, and it's this beautiful quarterstaff, and it has this like large red gem attached to the end of it. And Vaz, you instantly realize you've seen this staff before. This is the staff of the one of the drunken masters of your monastery owned this staff.
Where did you find this?
I found this on a beach. It was washed up. And I figured, somebody might like to buy this. Yes, they must.
It's very familiar to me.
Very familiar? Did it perhaps belong to somebody you know? Perhaps?
It perhaps did.
I found it on a beach.
One of my brothers who've passed.
Oh? Did he look much like you?
Yes, indeed. He was of my monastery.
Oh, interesting.
How far up the beach did you find this?
Oh, actually, you say a monastery. Oh, well, I found this near a burnt-down monastery. And yes, very tragic indeed, but this washed up on the beach.
That was my monastery.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that, but it is still for sale if you're interested.
Snodlos wonders if he wasn't involved.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I insight check him, see if he's actually like found it there, if he like raided the monastery, or
Yeah, go ahead.
get a general feel for this dude.
All right, so Hector, you kind of stand there and you look at him, and like he seems just as crazy as he seemed the whole time. So like none of his mannerisms like really seem to change. Like he's really full of it. Like you're keeping an eye on him, but he just seems like he's quirky.
I got you.
But he seems legit.
You could see Vossen getting like very agitated that he has this staff.
I just put my hand on Vaz's shoulders and like, hey man, you need this thing?
I must have this. This fool cannot be carrying such a weapon.
I just drop 500 gold in his hand.
Oh,
Pick it up.
Oh.
Not in.
No, I know in Vass's, but he's looking over and goes, oh, so you really must be interested in this. I must tell you, a crazy old man. He must have been very crazy, but he had told me about that monastery was attacked. It was attacked by the Emperor of the Wastes. I don't know what he meant by that, but he seemed very crazy.
Wastes like trash? What do you mean?
A waste? Like trash, perhaps? I don't know. Did I stutter?
I just have a hard time understanding. Nautilus isn't from here either.
Oh. Yes, the crazy old man said the Emperor of the Wastes. I asked, is this yours? And he said no. So I said, finders keepers.
Where was the old man?
He lived by the beach. He was very old. And very crazy, I might add. Very, very crazy. I have never met anybody so crazy before.
How far away from shore are we?
Oh, yeah, so you guys aren't very far from shore. I mean, you can see the shore. I mean, you're just kind of following just past the surf. So you're like 200 yards out from the shore, just following the coastline.
I want this staff.
Yeah. Well, would you like to buy it? It's a mere 1,000 gold.
I just glare at him when he says 1,000 gold.
Just
You've
take
gotta be
it, bro.
kidding me.
Take it! Take it! And so at this point, he starts like backing up, He takes his foot off of your side of the boat, and he just completely stands on his side, and he starts edging back towards the chest.
I step on his boat.
I'm still holding the rope, and I'd already given Vossen a pouch with 500 gold in it. So,
Oh, well, considering that it's somebody that was maybe a friend or a brother of yours, maybe we could make a deal. For you, maybe I could sell this.
Something reasonable.
Do an intimidation check.
Imagining magic item reasonable prices. Okay, 70,000.
So he looks down. Okay, no need to get hostile about this. I suppose. How about 800? 800 seems to be a fair price. After all, this is a magical item. You don't just find these laying around on beaches or anything, you know?
What if I give you this bottle of wine that I have here? It has a unicorn on it.
What does it do? Is it magical?
It is very magical.
All right, do a deception check.
Jesus Christ.
Is he holding it out like in front of him?
Magical. Perhaps. Can I smell it or taste it?
It has not been open
Oh.
in a very, very long time.
Let's keep the magic fresh. I understand.
We'll trade you this and 500 gold.
Oh, 500 gold. Oh, no. This is a very valuable item. 500 gold is just a laugh in my face. How could you be so rude, kind sir?
Because this staff belongs to my people.
Well, how do I know that?
As you said.
It could belong to this person over here. And he points over to Yuri.
Yeah, give me my staff.
Oh, whoa. And he puts his hand over on top of the chest like he's about to slam the chest down.
I'm really confused right now. Is he a pirate?
A pirate, kind sir? I am not a pirate. I will tell you what.
Seems that way to me.
750 gold and this delightful magical unicorn wine.
Or you can just take the staff and throw them in the water.
I mean,
That's up to you, boss.
That seems like a pirate thing, though. I don't know.
You all seem like pirates.
Well, how about I just give you the 750 gold and then forget about the magical wine?
I suppose if you're not going to throw me in the water, but fine. And he kind of like growls a little bit. And he's like, take it.
I toss him 750 gold.
Is there anything else that the rest of you would like? No more deals, though.
And then put my wine away and get off his boat and just look at him disgusted.
You can
And I
see
hand.
his whole demeanor's kind of changed. Now he stands there and he's not so active, and he stands there, arms crossed, and he's kind of like scowling, like the tables have turned. He's not having fun anymore.
I throw Vitoris back his money, or not Vitoris, Hector back his money.
I mean, I'll take Hector money.
Where is this old man? You found this staff?
I don't know. He lived up on the beach somewhere. It was up north, just near that monastery.
Take the staff and sit down. Swig my gourd.
You're still on his raft, by the way. Or did you jump?
No,
back?
I got back on the boat.
Oh, gotcha.
And then handed you your money.
I was like, hold on. He's going with him. Oh, well, that turned tense pretty quick.
Well, I suppose that we shall split ways now. Thank you for doing business. Perhaps we will meet again. And he starts like reeling in the rope and untying it.
Yeah, I just toss it back to him.
Feel like Snoddlers will see this man again.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
Let's
it'll
hope
be better.
he does not see us again.
I don't know if he sees us again. He might just turn around and paddle the other way.
Yeah, so he sails off out of your view. He's headed south towards Saltmarsh.
Bye, Narjan.
So
I feel like some shell phones would have made potential sense, but
yeah, I can't believe you guys didn't buy the shell phone.
I didn't have enough money.
Yeah,
What
man,
is the shell phone?
That shit was pricey as fuck.
The shell phone is the baddest item ever.
They're they essentially work
Sending
like a cell
stones.
phone. You
Yeah.
can talk to each other.
They're like sending stones, but you can only talk on like this particular plane of existence, like across any distance.
And also only those two
And they're,
items.
shaped like seashells.
Yeah, 2 seashells. They're like walkie-talkies.
I was liking those gloves, but that's way too fucking pricey.
Well,
Swimming
perhaps.
in
How do I
climbing?
add that item? Did you make that item or no?
Yep, it's in D&D Beyond, so you should be able to just add it.
I still think we should have killed him and took all his stuff.
Then we get hunted down for being pirates.
Yeah, we're supposed to be like cleaning this area up, not like becoming the pirates.
You're supposed to be the good guys.
Yeah.
Just because we're kicking them out of the territory isn't so we can start our own pirate gang.
Also, what do the guards say when Yuri says that? Are they just like chilling, or like they?
Yeah, so like the whole time like this was going on, you look over at Phil and he's just like, whatever. He's kind of like Daria. That's a 90s reference there for you.
Na, 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 na.
So then the other guy, he looked very suspicious of you guys doing that though. Randall, he's more like on the up and up, and like he's very rigid and strict about his job. So he seems a little concerned about the way you guys handled that whole interaction.
I feel like everyone already forgot about the fact that I paid full price for 2 potions of water breathing. Like I was just like, somehow I got tricked into being the bad guy of that one.
That was pretty much the only thing I could afford. And
I'm
if
not
you-
going into the lizard lair, so not if you
I'm
got to
gonna-
go in water. Screw that.
So
Well, I wanna see
Oceanus
if I
looks
can-
over at you, Yuri, and says, "Oh, the lizardfolk lair is not underwater. It's above land. It's a large mound of land."
Yeah, I bought these to see if I could like reverse engineer them how to make more.
Well, yes, and maybe you could come and visit me and my people.
I take the top off one, give it a sniff, and see if I can figure anything out about it.
I'm just sitting in the boat sulking over the whole conversation, untying my gourd and tying it to the new staff, quarterstaff.
Him a minute before I try and unpack what that just was.
It's Daria.
Oh,
Okay. Where were we? So you guys are oh yeah. So you guys are headed back north. So Hector, we'll come back to that as you kind of like start kind of like thinking and pondering and like smelling this. I mean, you realize it's going to take a little bit more like use back at home in your lab to try to experiment on this stuff to see if you can re-engineer this. But the remaining couple hours goes by, another 3 hours goes by, and you guys start approaching the mouth of this river, the same area that you guys were at the night before when you raided the ship. And the guards, they start telling you guys, okay, we're getting close. This is the area, and they put the sail down on the ship, and they carefully maneuver the rowboat like down through this this narrow kind of waterway. And it's probably about 15, 20 feet wide, and takes up the rowboat takes up most of the small river. And you travel on the river for at least a good half hour or so, 45 minutes, and then Oceana says, "Oh, driver, slow down. We're approaching the spot." So you guys look over to your left, and through this tall, like, marshland grass, you see these, like, beautifully colored flowers and waist-high grass, and then this small path that's only 2 feet wide. He says, this is the spot. This is the trail that leads to the Lizardfolk lair. We have to approach on foot from here. So the two guards, they slow the boat, and they drop the little anchor, and they say, all right, we'll stay here. We'll man the ship. Good luck. And then Phil says, yeah, good luck, guys.
I feel like we won't see them again.
They're wearing red shirts.
Yeah, right. I'll leave one of the bottles of cheap wine and tell them to keep everything ready for a quick getaway.
I don't. If you leave them with wine, how quick are they gonna be?
It's one bottle of wine between two people.
Well, Randall looks at it and goes, "Oh, you aren't supposed to be drinking on the job, sir." And Phil's like, "Oh, yeah. Really?"
Was to bring us here. Job done. Now you're on break. If we need you again later, you'll be on the clock again. So it's break time.
Yeah, Randall. Randall, it's break time. You heard the man. So he gladly takes the bottle from you.
We might not be back till morning. You guys might have a while. Also, no fires.
Oh. Great.
Listen, I don't want you to get, like, swarmed on, my guy.
So then all of a sudden, like, you hear this like strange noise, like some sort of like creepy bird in the distance, and you see Phil like, oh man, this isn't gonna be good.
Listen, if it gets real bad, just leave us here and we'll figure our own way back.
So Oceana says,
We start squinting.
Are we ready? I can lead you right to the lair.
Yeah, I think we're ready.
I get out of the boat fucking pissed off. Like, start trudging towards the land. In more.
I was hoping
nothing a word.
And let him cool down a little bit. But fuck, let's just...
This is gonna go well. Maybe a war will get started.
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go, but all right. So Oceanus, he kind of tells you guys, like, this land is very dangerous. The whole marsh has quicksand and all sorts of dangerous reptiles. We should always be alert at all times. It is not a safe place, not a easy stroll. But I'm sure that maybe many of you surface dwellers are already used to this sort of thing. But
I try to avoid swamps.
I spent most of my time in cities, but we'll see how this goes.
Oh, this should be very well then. So
I'm gonna do my best to sneak and follow behind.
Yeah.
I would say the word sneak when I'm moving, but I do not guarantee anything. Snutless is not very good at the sneak.
All right, so you guys, yeah, go ahead and I'll roll stealth if you're gonna try to like sneak-ish. Take your time through the.
That's like your highest roll tonight so far.
Yeah, that's terrible. We'll get them all done now before all the bad shit happens. All right. Well, I mean, you guys are 50-50, so you spend a good half hour walking through the swamps. Like there's somewhat of a trail, but you have to avoid little little pools of like this murky black water, and you kind of keep your eyes open for danger at all time, but there's sparse trees here and there. And another hour or so goes by as you guys get to what looks like a small incline. So you guys kind of go up this hill, and in the distance, wait. So actually, can I have you guys all just roll a perception check for me? Since you're kind of going sneaky, kind of looking around.
I'm like white knuckling this quarterstaff.
Is it a sweet quarterstaff though?
Yeah.
All right.
Kidding
Minus
me, Yuri?
1.
That's impressive.
Yuri's walking backwards.
Jesus Christ.
The best roll that you could ever have. Double critical fail with a -1. That's pretty fun.
That's terrible. Yeah,
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Dude, I tripped and fell.
Walking backwards with his eyes closed.
He's pissed that he's got like mud on his boot and he's spending the entire time just trying to get the mud out of his boot with a stick. It's like, so you guys, all right. So you get to the top of this hill, and Vitoris, you kind of happen to see a little bit of movement, kind of like rush by through the weeds. There's something. It was probably only about 4 foot tall, and it just kind of quickly darts into the weeds. It's probably 100 yards ahead of you.
All right, I'll stop everyone. Apparently tell them there's something ahead of us around 100 yards, and then slowly pull my crossbows out.
I pull out my No, I don't have any darts. I pull out my dagger. And strap my shield on.
That'll show them. It's about like a small kitchen knife, it looks like. He's gonna sting him to death.
I mean, listen. Does stuff.
So at this point, it's probably around noon, and it's summertime in the swamp, so you can feel the heat, and you can hear all the bugs, and the mosquitoes are starting to get really thick as you like get back into the swamp here. And you guys cross over this hill, and it kind of like turns into like a bowl sort of shape as you kind of start following the trail back down this kind of gully. And I mean, it's not like a hill because it's all kind of like low swampland, but there's probably a good 10 feet elevation here as it kind of descends down into this really swampy, wet, like blackish water, and you can even smell it. It smells really stagnant down here. Anything you guys want to do as you keep trudging through the swamp?
I want to look around to see if I can see anything else.
I'm going to talk to Oceanus and see if he wants to come with us or if he wants to head back to the boat.
So Oceanus says, I'm here at least until we get to the entrance of the lair.
All right.
I'll take him back to the boat if you want.
I think he can manage.
And Oceanus kind of like looks at Yuri and he's like, I'd rather not go one-on-one with you, Mr. Yuri, but I think I could take you.
Really?
So, Vitoris, at that point, you kind of start looking around, and you kind of lost sight of anything that ran off into the grass.
All right, I'm gonna let them know I don't see anything, but keep an eye out for a possible ambush.
All right, so you guys walk like another 100 feet or so into the middle of this like clearing, and you notice that it's very quiet, and you're kind of like making your way, and you kind of like the hair stands on the back of your neck. Everybody starts feeling that there's an ambush that's going to happen. You know something's about to go down. So as you start like making your way through the swamp, you're kind of like having to more so like dodge around these like large puddles of like black stagnant water, and you get a a little ways further in, and all of a sudden you hear the water start like bubbling, and out from the water these frog-like creatures just jump up and surround you. There's 6 of them that surround you. So I'm gonna put you on this map.
Am I assuming we've been walking for a while, right? Light work. Would I be attuned to this weapon?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a good hour, so yeah, we'll let you attune. Does that weapon have a? Yeah, I think it has an attunement to it, right?
Yeah, it says attunement.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Which direction were we walking from?
All right, so you're walking north, and you guys are actually right here. So Vitoris is going to be in the front.
Out there, good.
Yeah. Yep. And then Vitoris in the front, Yuri's in the back, and you know what? I don't have Oceanus token now that he's with you. Let me bring him out.
Just use a Meglar token.
He has his own token.
Just gets a nameplate.
No, I didn't have a picture for him. I'm sorry.
Why not just give a shit, man?
Dick.
This is why I didn't know what he looked like. Just point that out. Also, why I didn't know his name. Don't ask.
So Meglar's at the house right now, sleeping still.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Must have been a rough night.
We couldn't wake him up.
Should have took all his stuff. It's Oceanus. Oh, he's way over there.
Ah!
Yeah, so like you guys look and these things all just like jump up near you.
Are they looking like immediately, like just ambush town? Like
Yeah,
straight
like
up
so these things all have spears in their hands. I think I'm missing some. I don't know if you guys are on their tokens or not. Hold on.
debating on casting Speak with Animals, but
I was on one. Where do you want my guy, here or next to Vitoris?
Anywhere where there's no token, it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I missed a guy. There's 6 of them.
Someone must be on him.
And now I got him. He was just off the edge of the map for some reason.
Longs.
So all these things just pop out of this black water, and they instantly try to ambush you. But they're not going to get the jump on you because you guys were ready for them for the most part. So let's go ahead and do some initiative rolling.
so I got a 4.
11.
Oh, it didn't work though.
No, I'm just talking about.
All this practice and it just didn't work.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, dude, I legit rolled another 4.
You want to go first, Snodlers?
I don't know how much min-maxing I want to do. Which one are you?
He's a rogue. I don't care either way.
That dude, right? I don't think it matters to me.
Oh damn! These guys rolled great. It's gonna be a good night for bad guys.
Jesus.
20?
You know what that means? That they're gonna probably roll all
Full wave?
ones for
Ready.
the attacks.
I'm probably gonna get down immediately.
So yeah, you guys see these things jump out of the water, and they look small. Like I said, they're like 3 to 4 foot tall, and they're kind of like gangly looking frog creatures. They have primitive looking leather armor and these primitive looking spears. But they do look threatening as they kind of draw down on you. Well,
Are they actually in clothing, like humanoid-esque?
Yeah, so they're like bipedal. They're humanoid-esque, but they don't look, I guess, overly menacing, but they're kind of like cute frog people.
Oh,
Don't hurt them then. All right, so I got everybody in the initiative order.
If they stab me, I'm gonna hurt them.
they all get 20.
Yeah, so I'm just rolling for the group for them. They're not going to get their individual. They all just jumped out of the water and attacked you. All right, so as soon as you do that, Vitoris and Vasen, these three just pounce out of the water and just start trying to take stabs at you with their pointy sticks. And the first one rolls a 20, not natural. I think that's going to hit on Vitoris.
Oh, cool. Yep, that hits.
For 4 points of piercing damage as he brings the spear right down into your shoulder. Then he takes another swing at you with a 9. That's definitely not going to hit.
It's going to miss.
The next guy, he comes up behind Vasen and with his spear like straight towards your back. Vasen, and he rolls a 7. He misses completely as you kind of like hear him pop out of the water behind you. The other guy rolls a 19 to hit. Assuming that's going to hit. So he hits you for 4 points of damage, and then he, as he stabs you with his spear, he kind of like tries to lunge at you, and with his bite, he's got like a frog bite with a 5. So he tries to bite at you, and you just kind of like elbow him right in the face. This guy, you see him, Hector, jump out of the water, and he just comes sprinting across the land with this spear in both hands. He tries to run to spear you with a 18 to hit.
Hits.
So that's 5 points of piercing damage as he comes and just completely surprises you and comes running out with a spear. And then he also tries to, after he spears you, he tries to take a little bite out of you. With a crit. So he bites you for 7 points of bludgeoning damage as he kind of gnaws at your arm as you're trying to brush him back. And then these last two guys that were kind of tailing up the back, they come running in at Snodlers and Yuri. So this one attacks Snodlers. He comes with his spear with a natural 1.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
Did these guys miss me? Did they even attack me?
Yeah, the one
Or
of
they're
them.
not yet.
Yeah, one of them hit you.
For how much?
So the one of them, he hit you with just his spear for 4 points of damage.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
That's all right. And then
I figured that I had to have been hit.
Yeah, one of them hit you with a spear, and then he tried to bite you, and you just like hit him you just like elbowed him in the face and blocked it. So this guy with a natural 1, he's gonna do a dexterity saving throw. Oh, awesome! So with he rolls a 10 for his dex save. So even though he like runs and tries to come completely 2 hands charging at Snodlers, he slips a little bit, but he manages to like regain his composure as he pokes at you with a spear. Then he pulls back and he takes another attack at you. And it's a 12. That's probably not going to hit.
It does.
Is it really? Oh my god, it does. Yeah. Oh, so sorry about that. So you take 4 points of piercing damage as he just 2 hands thrusts the spear at you, and you almost get out of the way, but it just catches you. Wow.
To be honest, it's kind of hurt. I haven't had this happen before.
Wow. All right, so then you're kind of like fumbling around back there, and this thing just you hear it like and it comes running up behind you. We have a natural 20, so he crits as well, and you end up taking for 7 points of piercing damage as he like kind of stabs you right in the back. Like he gets you kind of like in the little spot between your chainmail and where your armpit is, where there's a little bit of flesh. And then he pulls his spear out of you and he tries to poke at you again. Oh damn! It's a 19 to hit. I think that still hits, right? Yep, you have an 18 AC. So you take another 4 points of piercing damage as he pulls the spear out and he just stabs you in the back again.
Who was that on?
That was on Yuri.
Okay.
That's it for all their little ambush turn. So Yuri, you're up first as you get pissed off as this frog is stabbing you in the back. You still there, Yuri?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
This one here hit me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit this one next to Snodler's here. What's that one in front of me?
Yeah, he just like leaped out in front of you and just came running out full at Snodler's full bore with a spear in 2 hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit this guy first with my axe and try to do a trip attack on him. Use one of my superiority dice.
Go ahead and make an attack first.
Nice.
It's definitely gonna hit. So go ahead and roll damage. Then you can use your superiority dice, add that damage, and then he has to make I forget what your DC is on that for your trip attack.
10 plus modifier.
9. It's just like a spell. I think it's 8 plus proficiency plus strength.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering what his strength is.
My strength's
2?
2, yes.
So it's 12. All right, so they have to make a dex saving throw of 12.
Strength or dex, maybe.
Wait, what are Yuri's stats? So they have 12 strength.
Yeah, he only has. Yeah. All right, so they're gonna roll. He rolls a 17 plus 1. It's an 18. So yeah, so you try to trip him, but he just like hops up in the air, straight up in the air, and jumps over your axe. But he does take the 6 points of slashing damage, and he looks really hurt after you hit him.
I guess I'm just gonna end my turn then. Damn.
All right, Vossen.
I'm gonna swing at this guy with the quarterstaff. Fucking furiously pissed.
Oh yeah,
23 hit.
that's gonna hit.
2-handed attack. For 10.
For 10 points of bludgeoning damage. So yeah, so you blast him right down. You just crack him right in the skull, and you hear his skull kind of crack open, and he falls over dead.
Nice.
I'm gonna use key point for Flurry of Blows. And then I'm gonna fucking roundhouse kick this fucker.
Not Kermit the Frog.
For a crit.
No! That's gonna kill him. You say so. You just you like roundhouse kick him. He doesn't even see it coming. You hear his neck snap, and he kind of spins, and he falls backwards back into the pool of black water.
Now, can I move and use my last strike?
Sure.
Or is
Yeah, you
that?
can use it to. You can break up your movement that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna move and hit this fucker with my last unarmed strike.
Oh, snap!
24 hit.
That's gonna hit.
Or 6.
All right, so you blast him right in the chest with a punch, and he looks really hurt. You can hear his ribs kind of like crackle under his crappy little armor, and he's still standing there, looking really hurt, and he starts wheezing a little bit.
Sitting there with like rage in my eyes. That's my turn.
All right, Vitoris.
I am going to shoot the one that's stabbing Snobblers with a 12.
12's gonna miss.
17 with the offhand.
That hits.
Would you run up? Oh, offhand crossbow.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got super confused. My apologies.
For 13 damage.
13 damage. So yeah, so that just snipes him right through the back of the head, and he's done.
Oh, everyone's taking care of like everybody else's dude.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna focus on the ones around me, but Vossen seems to have it under control. So I figure I'll give everyone else a
Fucking berserking rage.
I'm just trying to dodge the stick he's wielding around. It's making me a little nervous. And then turn.
Okay, I'm gonna. I never rolled for Oceanus. Sorry, buddy. We'll give him a 3. So he's after Hector.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go ahead, Snodlers.
All right. Well, I suppose the right option for me to do is to knock out one of these two. Do I feel like Hector is more of a... Hector is kind of a wuss, right?
You saw me turn into like a fucking panther and like maul a dude and a giant.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how cats are. All right, I'm going to magic missile. Two of the missiles on this dude, one on this dude.
Okay.
In that order.
Sounds good. I like where you're going with this. So he takes 2 for the first one. So a total of 6. And the other guy takes 4. All right, so you see the first 2 missiles hit this guy by Hector, and you see him kind of blast back, boom, boom, 2 hits, and he kind of stumbles back a little bit. He's definitely hurt. But then you see the last missile hit this guy as he's not even paying attention, and it just like rips right through his body, and he falls over dead.
And that is my turn. Actually, I'm going to run up here. Oh, God.
All right, the dude next to me, I'm just going to Sacred Flame him, so he's got to make a DC 13 dex save.
For that one.
I'm just going to wreck him.
Well, luckily for you, he rolls a 5. So he takes 1 point of damage. So not only does he just get hit with these missiles, now he's like starting to burn his amphibian skin's looking all like crusty. He's still alive, but he starts croaking very loudly.
So he's dead.
He's just really mad.
We didn't croak. But he croaked.
Oh my God! Let the puns begin. All right, so Oceanus's turn. I'm assuming, right? Hector.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut you off. You had something else you want to do. All right.
No, I said that was the nice.
Oh, okay. So Oceanus, he turns around and no, nobody hurts my friend Hector, and he comes running with his trident out. Makes a attack with his trident. How do I make him roll? Not hidden. You can't. Well, that's stupid. Well, anyway, he rolls a 15 to hit. Hold on, let me just see. So I'm gonna hidden. Whisper rolls to GM. Never. Okay. All right, so he rolled a 15 to hit for 5 points of piercing damage. And so, yeah, you see him run over with his trident, and it just skewers him, and it actually picks him up a little bit and flops him down in the mud, and he's dead. All right, so yeah, that officially took care of. Oh, there's one guy left, huh? That one last little frog. All right, so that's the end of Oceanus' turn. He's just gonna kind of like make a perimeter, so he's gonna kind of like come up back here and make sure nobody else is coming up from the rear.
Give him a high five on the way.
And he looks puzzled, like high five. What is this?
Later.
So then you're up.
Oh, it's not the Prog's turn before me?
Oh shit, I skipped over him. You're right. He's gonna make an attack at you with his spear.
You ruined it, Yuri. He would have passed right by him.
Yeah, because he rolls a 15 plus 3, so it's an 18 to hit.
Ooh.
4 points of piercing damage. He stabs at you, and then he takes his spear back out and tries to take another hit with an 18 plus 3, so 21 to hit for another 4 points. So yeah, it's a good thing he got a turn. All right, Yuri, now it's your turn to finish him off.
Gotta keep it fair.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm just pissed off now and gonna kill him. So I'm gonna just take a swipe at him with my one-handed axe.
And you're gonna miss. So you swing at him, but he's just kind of like hops out of the way.
And I'm gonna use my action surge and take another hit at him. Try again, I guess.
Okay. So that's gonna miss as well. You swing, and he just kind of like ribbit, and he jumps out of the way again.
I just hang my head down. Disappointed.
If Meglar was here, he would have had that guy. All right, Vasen, I'm assuming you didn't want to do anything else, did you, Yuri?
No, I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay.
I fucking run over there and try to crack that guy. Still pissed off.
Yeah.
14 to hit.
14's gonna miss.
Do an arm strike. Bonus action. 18
That time it's gonna hit.
for 7.
7. So yeah, you hit him really hard, but he kind of like, just as you hit him, he kind of like ducks to the side a little bit, so you don't get like a full impact on that hit. And now he's kind of like looking at you, squaring off with you.
That's my turn.
I have Taurus.
I'm gonna try and shoot him.
Perfect. Don't get a 1.
A 9?
9's gonna miss.
15.
15 with the offhand will hit.
17 damage.
Oh yeah. So that just like hits him right and square in the face, and he falls over in front of Voss, dead.
Your offhand is adding your plus damage
Why?
because it's not tagged as offhand.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Sneak attack would have killed him and the previous one, but damage on failure.
Yeah, you don't get that damage.
I mean, technically, you make 2 shots with his main hand, so it's up
So-
to I can do it.
Oh, he said he has 2, and that was flavor okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. You have crossbow expert. You can just say that. I'm not gonna care.
Yeah, I'm just that's my turn. I'm trying to figure out how to turn the other.
I'll go through it. Don't worry about it. We'll keep going.
All right, so yeah, you guys dispatch these this ambush of frogs in the swamp.
I kick the one right in the face that's on the ground, like back of the heel. Stomp on it.
So it's like as you do that, like a couple seconds later, you see like over the other side of the hill, you see like this coming over the crest. You see this hopping motion as 5 more of them come like jumping over the hill down towards you.
How far away?
And I will show you in a second here. Come on. And put them on the map. Oh my god. Come on. Alright, there we go. So, you see these things kind of start hopping, running down the hill towards you. Another 5 of them. They're like 30, 40 feet away.
We still in combat?
Then we're going to, let's roll, and let's do a new initiative order.
Would I be able to turn and like just start heading towards them?
Yeah. So let me add some turns for these guys.
Well, that didn't change shit.
I've rolled the same thing as before.
Damn.
Me too.
I bless.
Let's see. Okay, so these guys. You see, the one guy. He looks a little bit larger than the others, and he's wearing like this. Looks like he's wearing like robes, and he has like a necklace of bones that goes like around his neck.
Does he look like a fancy lad?
Yeah, he doesn't really look fancy, but he does have a fancy swamp-looking necklace on. And he rolls really shitty.
Those regrets running up this way already. I can feel it.
All right, so let's make sure. Oh, I gotta do Oceanus. I keep forgetting about Oceanus.
Oh, it's okay. Don't kill him. It's all right.
Yeah, I want to do that.
He's a character sheet. Let's see what he gets. Oh, I forgot to click on him. I pulled a Hector. So we'll. Oh no, it worked. It automatically put it in there. So never mind.
Nice.
Okay, so descending order. So top of the round, Hector. You see these more frog creatures closing in on you. Meglar just woke up, so.
We left him in the boat. I'm gonna do a guiding bolt on Boss Toad.
Okay.
18.
18. Well, that will hit.
18 radiant damage, and whoever hits him next has advantage.
Okay. How much radiant damage? 18. Let me see if he's just dead outright. Oh no, he's not.
Oh,
So yeah, he's still alive.
all right, and I'm gonna head back over this way. Yeah, and stay there. That's the end of my turn.
Okay, so here's the symbol for advantage. It's going to be. I gotta get some like cooler icons that make more sense.
They're shining in bright light, right? Just put one of those little like white circles on there.
Oh yeah. He's got a little yellow circle. Okay, so Oceanus, he's like, I've seen these creatures before. I'm on it, and he just starts like trudging through the swamp as fast as he can go at his 30 feet.
Be careful.
I'm not scared. And
Tell your father that you both died.
you see him draw his trident back, and he just launches it through the trees at the boss man with advantage. Ranged attack. Ready. Go. Wow. Okay, so his trident like misses and sticks in the mud right next to him.
Hopefully with that realization and no weapon, he goes, shit!
Oh no. All right, Yuri, you're up.
So, well, I think everything's the same about these guys as the last ones, other than the boss toad.
Just from the look of them, yeah, they look very similar. Except for the one wearing the robes.
I'm gonna move up to here, and probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna shoot my crossbow at the boss, or the robed toad.
The robed toad? Okay.
No longer has advantage, right?
Correct. Only the first attack.
Okay. So you get a 13. So yeah, so you end up missing. Your crossbow bolt flies wide.
Damn it. I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay, so now there's.
I haven't been having much luck with these.
Shatter, centered here.
Okay.
Con saving throw. So at first, you see Snodlers lick his finger and put it in the air, and then lick his finger again, and then he casts his spell and he launches it over there, and this fire-like explosion-y sound thing appears.
You say con saving throw?
13 con.
Okay, 13 con. So that's a 13
Oh, 14
plus 1.
con. I'm sorry.
They got +1, so it's 14.
And 14 is the DC. It was 13 damage.
Okay. So do they take half damage?
They say they take half. That is correct.
Okay. All right, so yeah, you see like all 4 of these guys, like they kind of wince out in pain, but they're all still standing.
Nice.
And with that, I'm going to take 2 steps back over this corpse. Well, that was my Hail Mary. You guys have fun.
All right, so yeah, these guys, you hear them all like making this like croaking noises, and they come just like full on charge. Again, these guys have these shitty looking spears, and they come charging in. Sorry, what's that?
No, sorry, I was just thinking out loud. And I was like, man, I should probably cast like Speak with Animals earlier. We wouldn't have had to murder a bunch of toads. Potentially.
So, Yuri, where are you going here? Is that okay? That's where you were. So let's see. They come. This guy comes running in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So, oh man, they have some shitty movement speed. Take that back. So he only makes it up to about here. Then he kind of like swims through the water, so he makes his way to Oceanus. These two guys kind of like come over here and they surround their robed buddy. All right, so this one that comes like hopping across the lily pads here, and he comes straight towards Yuri, and he takes his spear and he just launches it towards Yuri. 14 plus 3, 17 to hit. It's gonna miss, right? Yes.
I think so.
Yep. So he misses you, and the other guy is attacking Oceanus, who is completely unarmed. This guy takes his spear with 2 hands and just tries to stab at him with a 13. And Oceanus has an AC of 12. That's unlucky for you there, Oceanus.
And he thinks he can take me.
so Oceanus takes 4 points of piercing damage. Okay, so then the other 2 guys. This guy is these guys are both going to take the dodge action up here. That brings up Vitoris.
Yay! They're not in range of anyone. So I'm going to attempt to take a couple shots at the robed one. 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
6.
Okay. He's still standing.
Where am I? I should be alright. Take another shot at him. 4. What the fuck was that? Why didn't it roll a hit?
Yeah.
I don't know. I changed it to dual wielding and now it's doing stupid shit.
Hey, now you don't have an attack roll.
Fifth. I don't know. That's plus 6. So 13.
Yeah, so 13. 13 is gonna miss.
Right.
Anything else you want to do?
I'll move back here for now. That's
All right, so this robed guy, you see him kind of like splash into the water. And he comes up on the other side of Oceanus over here. Poor Oceanus. So he's you start hearing him like just start like making this like crazy noise, like you'd have heard like the chirping of frogs, but it's like kind of ear shattering. Let's see. I'll go here. So anybody within 30 range of him, I'm gonna need to make a DC 12 Wisdom saving throw.
cool.
Let me see. So 30 feet. So that means just Yuri and Snodlers and Oceanus have to make a DC 12 Wisdom save.
Nope.
All right, so Snodlers, you take 9 points of psychic damage.
Wait, I forgot. Oh, I have advantage, so 8 and 4. We're good.
Beautiful. Yuri, yeah, you also take 9 points of psychic damage as this noise is just like deafening in your ears. And Oceanus, let's see what he does. What was it? Wisdom.
Come on, Elfman, don't die.
Yeah, he rolls a 13, so he actually saves. So he only takes half of that. Right. Let's see. I think that's all he can do, so we're just going to end his turn there. Go ahead, boss.
Are these guys stuck or something? The guys with blue?
No, those guys are
just
taking those guys are taking the dodge action. So if you try to attack them, you have disadvantage on any attacks.
Well, poop. Now we run up and how far was that? Just so I know. Was I here? 15 feet and punch this dickhole. Hit him with my quarterstaff. 24 to hit.
That will definitely hit him.
Don't mess with Voss today.
Two-hand.
And two-handed
for 6.
For 6.
Wow, they both rolled dog shit. Nice.
It's okay. That was enough. He had already taken damage, so that's enough to kill him as you crack him, and he falls over like effortlessly under the head of your quarterstaff.
I'm gonna flurry of blows. That was that 15.
Yep. So you get enough.
I'm gonna take double for there to move to him.
Sure. Yeah. You like jump over the dead body.
Arm attack that guy. Ooh, 11.
Ooh, that one's gonna miss though. He's pretty froggy, and he kind of dodges you.
Swing an elbow at him after I miss with the punch. For 18.
Yeah, that one's gonna hit. He's all cocky. He thinks he got away from that, but
4.
for 6.
Only 6.
Yeah, that's enough to kill him too. He previously took damage, and you crack him right in the face.
And that's my turn.
All right, so Megler, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
We can say that you joined us from the boat. You were along the whole time, so if you want to throw your character up in there.
All right.
Like right over here would be a great idea. Right up here by these other two.
I'm assuming you would have been near Yuri at some point here.
Inside of Travelers.
Inside of Yuri. Wait a minute.
He wishes he was.
This is a different kind of game.
All right, what's the story with these things?
You left your javelin at home, I'm sure.
All right, hold on. Let me add you a turn. I'm gonna put you automatically after Voss. You're gonna get a 4. Not that it matters. There's only one guy left. Oh, there's a couple left. All right. Hold on.
Get over there, Meglar.
Actually, can I finish my movement and get just closer to this guy?
Oh yeah, sure.
I'll just finish my movement here.
All right. So that brings up Meglar. So yeah, you guys traveled up north to the Dunwater River. Oceanus directed you guys to this Lizardfolk lair that needs to be investigated. And as you guys trudged through the swamp, you got ambushed by these frog creatures, jumped out of the water. So you're up. What are you going to do, Meglar?
Did you level us up?
Negative. You should be level 4.
Okay. All right, hang on. All right, there we go.
not a level per session.
But you are at full health, so.
Yep. Yeah. My character sheet was at the character mancer. That's why I was asking. All right. Is this guy an enemy here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna hit him with my two-handed longsword.
All right, sounds good. That will definitely hit him with 21 to hit. For
Got 6.
6 damage. Okay. So yeah, so you take this big old swing on him, and you cut right through his robes, and you see blood coming out of him, but he's still standing there. He looks really hurt.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, Hector.
All right. I think I'm just gonna hit this guy with another Sacred Flame. So he's gonna need a Dex saving throw, DC 13.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, he gets a 17.
I'm gonna take a few steps over this way and end my turn.
All right, that brings up Oceanus, who does not have his trident in his hand. So he is going to pull out his light crossbow and attack him with disadvantage.
Nice.
See, you guys are like talking shit about Oceanus. Well, look at that. All right, so he pulls out his crossbow, and he rolls a 2. He doesn't get that +5 on there.
I think the +5
No, he
was
does. Yeah, that's not for the crit.
crit, wasn't it?
So he's rolling 1d8 plus 0. So on his d8 he rolled a 1.
Did he actually crit?
No, he did not crit. So he only gets the 2 damage.
That's what I was about to say, because I thought you said it was disadvantage.
Yeah. So even with this crossbow bolt that he puts point blank into this thing, he's still standing. That's it for his turn. Go ahead, Yuri.
I'm gonna take a move up to right here, kind of parallel with Oceanus, and I'm gonna shoot at the boss with my crossbow.
I don't pay to be a dwarf with that movement speed, huh?
You could get over and hit him if you wanted to.
All right. So yeah, you end up pegging him with a crossbow bolt.
And I'm gonna use my savage attack too. Savage attacker.
Yeah. I mean, he's beyond dead after you hit him with your crossbow anyway. So.
Oh, well.
All right. So yeah, you sniped him out. He falls over and croaks dead in front of you.
Croaks.
I guess no. I'll just end my turn.
All right, Snudders.
Snudders looks very disappointed that he doesn't get to get the killing blow. Walks forward and So this guy up here and cast Mind Sliver on it.
Ooh.
It's a cantrip. Don't be too excited.
Oh.
14 intelligence save, and I'm gonna wreck him with 1 psychic damage.
Okay. So what was it? He probably has -2 his intelligence. Oh yeah, he has a -2, so it's a 7.
You'd have to have a 20 int to save that. So yeah, 1 damage.
Yeah.
So.
Ow.
That's my turn.
Poor Snodlers.
All right. So yeah, these guys are up.
Oh, he also has a 1d4 to his next saving throw, if any of them do it. -1d4.
-1d4. Okay. All right. So these guys no longer are dodging. Now they're gonna start hopping down here. Yeah. So they just come like right for the first person they see, who's nearest their boss. They come running at you with their spears drawn.
Bring it, mother truckers.
So the first one, he comes running at you with a 13. I keep looking at the wrong way. Yeah, 13 to hit. That misses. Then his second attack as he pulls his spear back and tries to jam at you again. That's the 10. That's going to miss. So the other guy, same thing. He does his 2 attacks with his spear. With an 11, and then he tries to spear at you.
Oh,
wow. These guys are terrible with a 5. So they just come start jabbing at you, and you're just like dodging and weaving. So, yeah, they're useless.
They're rolling like I am.
All right, Vitoris.
We'll look there and take a shot at that one. 18.
18's gonna hit.
For 22.
Ooh, yeah, that's sweet.
That was a maximum roll period.
Right.
Nasty.
All right, yeah, so that definitely takes him out.
Jesus Christ, that was back rolls.
Yeah, I'll probably never do that again. So if you want to screenshot it, now's the time.
Remember this
If you
moment.
did a crit too, that would have been worth a
Well,
screenshot.
I would have to go change my underwear because I'd have creamed my panties. And I'm gonna take a shot at the one remaining for a 12 to hit.
12's gonna miss.
What? Shows
What?
18.
Oh, that says
So it's
18.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got
Oh,
a plus.
he doesn't have the plus
I don't
6
get
on
the
it.
plus 6.
Wait,
Oh.
What?
what? Why doesn't he have the +6?
You just said earlier that I don't get.
Oh no, the plus
No,
6
you don't
is to
get
the
the
damage.
bonus damage. You get the plus to hit. You don't
Yeah,
get the
so it's
plus
an
to
18.
damage.
Oh, got ya. Oh, well.
So you
then-
don't get the +4. You just get whatever it rolls.
Yeah, so you just
So you got to
yeah, you roll a 1 on a d6.
Listen, I can only do awesome one shot. I can't do it both. So I nick him.
Yeah, so yeah, you just end up hitting him in the arm, and he looks pretty mad. That guy's dead, so that brings up Voss.
Ooh, I fucking swung at him with my quarterstaff. 18.
18's gonna hit with a 100-proof quarterstaff.
I come slamming it down with 2 hands. 13 damage.
It just annihilates him. You actually feel bad as this just crushes him, but you start feeling better after the shitty news that you had gotten.
Yeah. You could see the inner turmoil is starting to subside after the massacre.
Yeah, so after that, Oceanus, he runs up, grabs his trident, and he kind of looks over at you guys, and he's like, is everybody okay?
Just drink out of my gourd.
Honestly, Snodless is a little bit beat up. Might need to at least take a short rest somewhere.
So as you start saying that, you see over the hill this giant toad with a this frog person riding on his back, and this guy has this crown of vines with sharp teeth wrapped within the vines, and on top of the hill, standing above him, you see another dozen of these frog-like creatures watching over as this thing comes charging into battle.
I like wipe my face from the little bit of fucking liquor that's dripping down. Pick my staff up.
Yeah,
Get ready to roll.
What's this guy's speed?
60. Go.
100. So he only gets like 20 feet. So this thing like hops halfway across the battlefield, and this guy just pretend he's riding on top of him. All right, so
these bystanders just watching.
Yeah, so the rest of those guys watch as this thing just kind of leaps down the embankment down towards you guys. So now let's roll initiative.
Fucking terrible initiative rolls, but fucking
11 again.
It's
I got a decent one.
Ooh, also 11.
Can I go before Hector?
I have 14 decks.
I do too. You want me to set it to that? I'll set it to that. That's okay.
You can go first.
No, that's okay. I understand.
Oh, so yeah, he didn't roll very good at all. He gets a 3. Sucks to be that guy. Oceanus, do you want to do something this time, buddy?
Not die.
He's a little tuckered out.
he rolled better than me.
He's got a 7.
What the hell did you roll for initiative?
6.
Nice.
I'm rolling garbage initiative rolls, but my other rolls are okay.
But you've
Yeah,
killed
well,
like 100 frogs.
Yeah, you haven't rolled lower than like a 20 to hit. I would take that.
What happens? You got +7.
All right, so yeah, so this is the sight that you see is this thing comes like hopping down the hill towards you, and this guy with this crown, he's on top of this thing. You start hearing him like making these like very robust like croaking noises, and it's like directed at you. It's almost like a challenge. And
Ribbit.
yeah, basically. So he is going to take the dodge action also as he is on top of his steed that doesn't have a turn yet. So go ahead, Yuri. You think you're going to fight it?
Who took the dodge action? The big toad?
The guy riding on top of him.
Oh. Guess I'm gonna step over the Snadlers in front of him, and kind of in front of him and between him and harm's way, and shoot at the big frog.
Go for it.
I'm probably gonna die today.
You'll be fine.
21 will hit.
And I'm gonna use my feet. Again,
Both feet or
savage
just
attack.
1 foot?
Savage attacker.
Gotcha.
Oh,
That's a hard choice. All right, so
guess I'll go with 3. I guess.
so he takes 3 points of piercing damage as you hit him with a crossbow.
Sure, he just laughs at me.
Say croaks again.
Deep, low croak.
I'm just gonna end my turn then.
Okay. Vitoris, what are you gonna do?
Should never be afraid of dying.
Move there and take a shot at the mountain.
Okay.
14 to hit
Yeah, 14 will hit. It's a big target.
for 9 piercing,
Okay, he takes 9. Okay.
and then an 8 to hit.
That won't hit though. That was
He's not
good
that
try.
big.
It's big, but not that big.
That's my turn.
Okay. All right, Meglar, you see these a frog and a toad.
Okay. Can I move through these bushes?
Sure.
I'm just gonna move over here and throw my javelin at the big one.
Okay.
I didn't think you had to move 25 feet around everybody.
Well, even if you walk through
Pretty
your
sure.
space, it would have been 10 feet walking through your space anyway.
Oh,
So he could have got technically like one more space closer.
he was here, right?
He took the scenic
Oh,
route.
yeah,
He wanted to check out Oceanus' ass as he ran by him.
I believe that.
Yeah, so your javelin flies wide by him, and you see it gets stuck right in the mud.
Okay, well, that's my turn.
Don't want to lose that javelin.
All right, Hector.
All right. Just gonna get this popping off with a good old classic. They don't take damage on the turn, but
The moonbeam.
got the moonbeam going up. I'm also gonna take my bonus action and transform into the archer form and take a shot with my I don't actually know how to do that on here. With my archer form. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's gonna miss.
Yeah.
But that's up for next time, and he'll take some moonbeam damage on his turn. And that I'm actually gonna back up some more. Back around this way. And that's the end of my turn.
How big of a circle is the moonbeam? Oh, it's 5 foot. Okay.
It's a 5-foot radius or 10-foot diameter, whichever you want. So I'm gonna try and hit both of them with it.
Yeah, I mean he's
So they're
riding on
top
top of him,
or-
so technically, yeah, it would hit them both.
Perfect.
Okay, so now there's
So, do I think that the giant group of dudes in the back is going to end up charging in, or is this just a spectacle?
you can do an insight check.
Yeah. All right. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean you don't know. I mean they don't appear to be moving, but at the same point they're all armed and have their pointy sticks facing towards you guys.
Screw it.
Right. DC 14 con save for both of them. Or how big is it?
Nope.
10-foot sphere.
Yep. Oh, every time I push to talk, it cancels the sphere.
Oh,
Basically, all of those.
Oh, well, yeah. What's the range? Oh, 60 feet. Oh, you're going to put it up on those guys? Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So this first guy on the left. What's it got to have? A 14 con save.
Yep.
Let me see if these guys have anything for their con. I get +1. All right. So the first guy is 19. Do they take half damage or?
Yeah, it's half damage.
All right, I'm going to make sure I do it now, otherwise I'm going to forget. And the guy next to him has 14, 15, so he takes half damage. I lost where his circle was, but I think this guy here was affected.
Sorry, it's all of these.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, there you go. So that guy fails. Oh, I'm so that one you see him just he gets killed outright. This guy is a 16, so he passes. This guy over here, he's going to do a 7, so he's another one that you just boom, you just see him just fall over. And the last guy. Oh, yeah, he definitely fails. All right, so you knocked 3 of them out in one turn.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, or I just made them all attack. So, I mean...
You might have just made them all mad.
Yeah, because they may have just been here for the spectacle. So, I mean, if I don't know, I'm kind of worried about the horde, not the big-ass thing that I know that you big, strong, strapping men are going to take care of. With that, I'm going to be much more concerned and back up a little bit. And that's my turn.
Okay. So Oceanus, he looks like actually a little bit frightened now. But I guess not too frightened. So he puts his trident back on his back, and he tries to get a better advantage position here. So he kind of runs up behind this little tree thing here, and he tries to take a crossbow shot at this big ass frog. He hits him for 5 points of piercing damage.
Oops.
And that's it for his turn. So Vasen is up.
Well, here's normally where I run in and die.
Oh no.
Do it. Look, if you don't die, someone else will. Closer.
Get some battle music ready for the death of Vasen.
Some failure music just queued up. Final Fantasy
I'm going
like.
to run up here. I'm going to look at everybody. And I'm going to pull a dart out and throw it.
Okay.
What?
Oh no. All right, do a dex saving throw. Okay, so yeah, you throw your dart wide. Nothing. You kind of just stumble, and the dart just slips out of your hand. Your hands are kind of wet from being in the swamp full of wet frogs. This doesn't sound like bad music.
That was my dart. I believe I have to make a... Let me see. I don't think I could do anything else. Hold on.
All right. Is that it for your turn? Sorry.
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna use a key point and use the dodge action for patient defense. I was just making sure it didn't say I had to make a melee attack, or
Gotcha.
it just
in order
says
to use it.
use a key point. Yeah. So after an action, I believe.
Okay.
You spend one key point to take dodge action as a bonus action on your turn. So it's just my bonus action.
Okay, so this thing, Rabbit, he comes running over at you.
He's gonna take some damage first.
Oh yeah, the moonbeam.
So he needs a DC 13 con saving.
All right, let's see what he gets here. Let's check his con. It gets +1, so it's a 16.
So he's gonna take half damage. Do you want to use that 14 I had before? I'm gonna roll again.
No, you can use that 14. So he takes another 7. So the other guy, he's gonna make a save too.
Both of them.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
He's gonna take what? Would you say 14?
15.
All right, sweet. All right, so as this thing kind of hops over here towards Vasen, you see this thing has like this massive mouth and it's super wide. It just opens up and tries to take a big old bite at Vasen.
No, don't do it.
Oh, thank God. He rolls a natural 1. So let's make him roll a dex saving throw. Yeah, so as he does that, he snaps at you and he kind of like loses his footing, and the guy over here, he starts to wiggle. I'm gonna roll a dex save for the rider. We'll see if he falls off. Yeah, so the frog kind of like sinks down in the mud, and the rider gets kind of ejected off of him and lands next to Vasen. So yeah, he only gets 1 attack, so that is it for his turn. So the other guy, he is no longer dodging. He hops back on top of him.
Rip it.
And then you see he's got this like long, royal looking spear. It's got all sorts of like wrappings all around the handle, and it kind of looks fancier than the other ones, like sharpened pointy sticks. So he's gonna make 2 attacks. He's stabbing down at Vasen with advantage, so it cancels itself out. So it's regular.
Ooh, because he's mounted, huh?
Yeah, he's mounting that toad.
Miss.
14's gonna miss.
Nice.
Wait a minute though. That's a 14 plus 5 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit.
That's a 19 to hit. So you take 10 points of piercing damage as this thing comes right down into your shoulder, and then he pulls it out of your shoulder, and he.
Maybe I will die.
Oh, and he crits.
Oh, I'm definitely dying.
So you take.
It's not around unless I go down.
That's so true. Okay, hold on. So you take 22 points of piercing damage.
I'm down.
Oh, God.
Almost completely again.
Almost dead again. Oh, man, I'm sorry, Voss. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, that's it for his turn. It's like as he does that, he like does this like massive like bullfrog croak, and you see like a little smile come up from the corners of his mouth. And then as he does that, he looks back and does this, and at the for the approving of the little horde of frogs behind him, and they all start like croaking back at him. All right, Yuri.
I'm gonna scuttle up in front of the big guy and take a swipe at him with my axe. Did you hear me say that?
Yeah, you're gonna swipe at him with your axe.
Loud and clear.
Yes, sir. Damn it.
Yeah, so the 10's gonna miss.
Egler shakes his head at Yuri.
Ah. I guess that's my turn. I just did nothing but run myself right into harm's way.
Somebody's got to do it.
I'm down on the ground.
Right, bleeding
I
out.
feel no pain for you for the 5th game in a row.
Okay, Vitoris.
Well, I'm gonna shoot the giant frog. I think. Yeah, gonna shoot the giant frog. But I'm not trying to like crossbow bolt.
Oh,
That's
no. Go ahead, roll a dex saving throw.
Give the monk a death save if he hits him.
Oh, that would be an 8.
Oh, yeah, so that pegs Yuri right in the back as you see him trying to stab or whack at him. So go ahead and roll damage.
God damn it.
10?
Yeah, so oh no, so Yuri gets a crossbow bolt stuck right in the back of his neck for 10 points of piercing damage.
$22 on the frog?
Alright, so that's definitely gonna hit. For
4,
10.
6.
Oh yeah, that's your offhand.
Yep.
Isn't that just 2?
Whatever he rolled,
I
he rolled a
I can
2.
still apply sneak attack.
Plus 4.
Oh, well, you get the sneak
Yeah.
attack.
Oh,
yeah,
plus 4.
Okay.
Because of
6.
sneak. Yeah.
Yep. So,
So
for whopping 6 damage on the frog. I damaged Yuri more than I did the frog.
But the frog looks really hurt, so like at that, it lets out this like loud croak.
So if he falls on the monk,
It's game over. It's 2 death
Sorry,
fails.
Yuri. And then that's my turn.
All right, Megler.
Moving up towards the frog, and I'm going to be using my 2-handed sword.
Did you rage, or are you going to, or not?
Oh, yeah, shit.
Just
Too late.
it's not too late.
Yeah, you can still rage.
Also, don't forget, if you want, you can go reckless. It's up to you. Just don't forget that it's a thing that exists.
All right, so that 23 is going to hit.
Okay. That's 17 to hit.
It's for 17 damage. Yeah, so like you come running up and just slice right through this toad, and finishes him off. We'll see how dexterous the rider is. Okay, so yeah, as this thing falls, he just kind of steps off and sits behind the dead body of his mount. Are you? That anything else you want to do, Meglar?
No, that's my move.
Okay, Hector.
I'm gonna move the moonbeam so it's like kind of right behind him, like here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do a healing word for Va. Get 5 hit points back.
All right. Hooray! He's not dead.
And that's the end of my turn.
Oh, yes.
All right, Snobblers.
All right. So none of the guys in the back made any progression forward.
No, like all you do is you see them like croaking, and they're all starting to get more animated and lively. They're starting hopping around now as they see the big toad go down, and the guy with the crown on fall off the frog, off the toad.
I still feel like I'd be like, I don't know, man, they might do stuff. So let's do this one last time.
Oh, yeah, nice. All right, let's do top left. Let's see what this guy gets. 10. What was it? 14. 14 pound, right?
Yep. So it's +1.
Yeah, he gets +1. Yep. So that guy is just boom, slaughtered. Guy number 2. 12, dead.
Yeah, what's up?
Guy number 3. 7, dead.
I hope we're counting deaths.
Who's gonna have the best death toll here?
Notching his axe.
Super dead.
And all of these have already taken half damage, so
yeah.
I don't think it would have mattered.
No.
Well, 21 damage is pretty much wiping out everybody.
Yeah, they don't have shit for hit points. So. Oh yeah. Wow. Super dead. Last guy who has a faint chance of survival.
Oh, he does it.
He succeeds, but he still takes 10 points of damage. So you see him get hurt, and he's not dead, but he's like,
oh damn,
he's like on the ground, like limping.
So, even from the previous one,
That one
Damn.
didn't take damage. Last
What?
time.
It should have.
That
You
guy-
take half when you fail.
So he took 6 last time.
5.
Oh
Or
yeah,
5
he must have.
last
Yeah,
time.
for some reason I didn't have that one marked. All right, so if he was damaged, he's dead.
And then this one is
Oh,
just...
I didn't roll for him yet. Sorry, he's the last one.
All right. It's not sorry. Like, I just want to make sure I understand how badass I am.
Oh yeah, you literally just killed every one of those, and the remaining 2 of them, they just start like frantically like scurrying down the hill in retreat.
I look super happy, even though probably everyone else realizes they weren't going to engage. And that is all I can do.
All right, so Oceanus, he looks over at Snalders and is like super impressed. Like I made the right friends, and he's just gonna run over here and he's gonna run up to the side and he's gonna get a clear shot, and with his crossbow in hand, still he's gonna reload and take a shot at the other dude. And boom! Oh yeah, take that.
Oh shit.
All right, so he hits him with a crossbow bolt. This guy's like frantically like trying to get the hell out of here now. Okay, Vasen, you are alive with a few hit points.
How big is this frog?
It's like
Like huge?
it's a huge frog. It's like 10 feet, like in diameter, and it's probably like standing a good like 5-6 feet on its side now. So
I'm gonna stand up, and then I want to like jump off the top of the frog and smash the other dude. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'll give you a point of inspiration too.
Well, I have inspiration.
I'll give you another. I'll give you another point for it.
See if you can get a double crit.
So you crit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
No, that was my acrobatics.
Oh,
yeah, never mind.
That was my acrobatics jump.
Yes, so you pole vault
That
over
16
this
was to hit
okay.
without
I'll
inspiration.
let you. Well, it doesn't matter. I said you can roll advantage on that. So yeah, 16 is going to hit. What was it? Yeah, that's gonna hit.
The two-handed, like coming down. Or 11.
For 11. So yeah, that definitely puts a mark on him, but he's not quite dead yet.
And then I'll use my last key point for patient defense.
Okay. I wouldn't stand inside the moonbeam.
Oh yeah, the moonbeam is right there.
Is it on that side?
It's yeah. There you
Or
go.
that side?
I put it like right on the ping.
Yeah, that
right
works
here?
if you're on that side.
Just those 4 squares.
Yeah,
Yeah.
last key point for patient defense.
Okay, yeah. So All right, the toad, and then the other dude. He's gonna have to make his save for the moonbeam. What was the save? Because it was like a con save.
Yep.
So he
Con
rolls a
save. Oh,
17. So
So he takes 3
takes
damage.
3. And so then in that move, he's like scrambling to run away. So go ahead and make an attack of opportunity, Fausten. That's gonna hit.
Two-handed?
Two-handed, yep. So regardless, it's 10 points. So yeah, you smack him good as he tries to run away, and he gets another 20 feet as he dashes. So he's standing at the top of the hill with all the dead bodies of his comrades.
So he's still in range, obviously.
That's all he can do. You're up.
Caleb! Get that fucker.
I'm gonna move to right here and take a shot at him with my crossbow. Can I hit him from there with my crossbow? I
Yeah,
can,
he's
right?
like, yeah, he's actually like, you can see him clearly. Like, this is an elevation, so he's kind of at the top of the little hill. Yeah, 17's gonna hit.
I'm gonna regret saying this. I'm gonna use my savage attack again. Ah.
It's a good idea to do that. Alright, so I'm assuming he's going to take
And
the
I'll
9.
take the greater.
Alright, so
Yeah, I'll take the 9.
luckily for you, he only had 8 hit points left. And so as he tries to hop out of here, you just see him ribbit right in the back, and he falls over, flops on the ground dead. And
If he was any closer, I'd teabag him.
he actually rolls down the hill a little bit and kind of like lands in this bush into a big puddle.
I feel like I've accomplished something. Not anything near what Snodlers did.
Different class, different set.
Covered in blood. Frog guts just sitting there fucking leaning heavily on my staff. I take a swig out of the gourd.
Yes, he takes a swig of the good stuff and it goes down smooth.
So, can I search this guy?
I'm not lying. I think I need a little bit of a break.
I just had more up game over the hill.
Yeah.
Which guy are you searching?
Check over the
Searching this guy here.
The
one I just killed.
the guy in the bushes.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, you kind of like.
Alright, I'm gonna recover my javelin.
Okay. You search through his clothes, but he doesn't really have pockets or anything. So the only thing you end up finding on him is his spear that he has, and it's kind of a fancy-looking tribal spear.
Can I carry that?
Yeah, you can take a spear.
I'm definitely taking that. What about? Did you say he had a crown on his head?
Yeah, so you start like taking a look at the crown, and it's literally like vines from the swamp mixed with like these small teeth. You can do like a nature check to figure out what kind of teeth they come from.
It's lizard people.
These look more like frogs to me.
Nice. Yes. So these teeth that you actually find, there's a couple larger ones that you can like clearly tell. For some reason, you've known what crocodile teeth look like, but there's these 2 or 3 of these large crocodile teeth and a couple smaller ones that they're from smaller animals. A couple of them look like they're not as sharp, like they're almost like a badger teeth or like some sort of little mammal that would probably live out in the swamp.
Well, I'm gonna take it and show it to the boys, see if any of them have any use for it.
I mean, yeah, I'm always down to make stuff out of teeth.
I'm just fucking finding like a rock to sit on and like lean up against my quarterstaff on.
So
Go.
I'm gonna give it to Hector.
So Snodlers takes out his dagger and with a 5 nature starts trying to get the legs off of all these frog humanoids.
Oh.
So he's not doing a great job.
Yeah, you're not
I'm
doing a
pretty
great job trying to use this little knife and cutting frog legs off. So these things are like the height of Snodlers, if not a little bit taller.
sure. Oh yeah. So literally my intent is, well, I need a break. I'm pretty sure at least Snodlers is pretty sure one of you needs a break. We might as well at least eat good.
I need a break.
I'll pass on the meal. I'm still full from breakfast.
I will eat frog legs.
I will too.
Fuck these guys.
I'll actually help you chop them up if you want my help.
Hey, whatever you need.
Oceana
Holy
starts like foraging through some of these bushes, and he like says, I decline on eating meat, and he starts grabbing berries and like random shit off this plant that he presumes that they're edible.
Looking forward to you getting the runs, sir.
I was gonna say, can I do a nature check and see if he's actually eating poisonous?
Yeah,
shit?
that's what I was gonna do. Yeah, go ahead and do a nature check for him.
They seem fine.
So he's like, okay, so he eats them.
Or the other way around. No, those are poisonous. They're totally fine.
But he eats these berries, not knowing what they are, but yeah, they apparently are good enough for him to eat without keeling over. So I'm assuming you guys want to like kind of regroup here, fortify this spot, kind of look around the bowl, take a little hit dice, short rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast my Find Familiar and have just send a hawk up in the air to keep an eye and see if anything's coming, and if it is, let us know.
Okay.
And just have them circle for an hour. And that way he can communicate with me like telepathically if there's something on its way.
Yeah. So what you do see through his eyes, just over that ridge where all the dead bodies of the frogs are, the opposite side, there's a small campsite, a couple like makeshift lean-tos that you can see in a small like fireplace or like fire pit.
Do I see the other 2 frogs over there, or does it look like something else?
No, they're long gone. You don't see them.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna have him keep an eye on us, keep an eye on that, and see if he sees anything coming in or out of there or towards us. How far away is it? Like a couple hundred yards, or?
Yeah, it's just on the other side. It's probably like 100 yards on the opposite side of the hill.
Hey guys, we should probably back up a little bit before we just sit down real quick.
Too late.
All right, I'll keep an eye out.
So even at this point, it's only like early in the afternoon.
Fuck. Oh, you're good. You're max, right?
Yeah, he's maxed.
Me? Yeah, Max.
All right, cool. I guess I'll go next. Oh, hold on.
I have no more short rest fucking rolls though.
Okay.
Oceanus will roll a hit die.
Noise.
Am I missing something? Do I have in my D&D Beyond? It says key recovery, reset maximum hit point changes during this rest.
So your maximum hit point's not going to change, but you recover all your key points on a short rest.
Well, no, I know that, but I didn't check the box. My key points reset, but this is literally says reset maximum hit points changes during this rest.
I assume what that's actually implying is if you have something that reduces your maximum hit points.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so
It's like a key thing that'll put, like, if I temporarily have less hit points, it'll give me max if I use that.
So, Oceanus is actually a 30. You add your con mod to your hit dice roll.
Correct.
Yeah. Alright, so he used one hit die and he's full.
I'm also gonna roll one. So is this count as a short rest we're taking right now?
You got it.
We're safe in the woods.
Yeah, it's safe to take
I
a
don't know
little
about
rest
safe,
for
but we're in the woods.
for a good half hour or so.
Why am I so far up there?
Alright, so you guys are all satisfied with your hit dice and resting?
I'm not sure. I rolled a 10 for mine. What does that? Does that mean I get 10 points of health back?
Correct.
Yep.
And you can roll as many hit dice as you need up to your level in one short rest. So if you need more hit points, keep going.
Yeah, you got 4 total.
I do. Which I used one, so I have, and you just used another one, so I have 2 left.
Where'd you use the second?
Yeah, I didn't see the second one.
I used an action surge.
No, that doesn't count.
No.
Oh, that doesn't count?
No, this is different. So
Also, you're going to get your surge back on your short rest.
Yeah, so you have 10 hit points extra right now.
Would D&D Beyond make that easier or harder for him? Because it takes care of a lot of that crap.
Oh, like
he has to get it all
a
set
short
up.
rest. Yeah.
We haven't set D&D Beyond up for him.
Okay.
So I rolled 1, so I have 3.
Yeah,
Yep,
you have
so
2
just-
more, yep.
Ooh.
I have 1. So if it's a D10 I roll, how do I roll an 11?
It's plus your con.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you rolled like an 8 plus the 3. So
you're at 48 health without using your last hit die.
Yeah.
You have 48
Well,
health?
I might as well use it. I mean, they recover after a short rest.
no.
Long rest.
Long rest.
Long rest. Yeah, I'll hold on to this last one.
How much health do you have?
I have 50 total, but I have 48.
Holy motherfucker, I have half your health and I'm running up in the front.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You have second wind you can use during fights to get some health back.
Which I do have.
Right, but I'm just saying you could have used it earlier. I think it's as a bonus action.
Bonus action.
So like, because you don't have anything to do with your bonus action, so if you want like in the fight and you're taking some damage, you can heal up in the fight. But it doesn't use hit dice or anything. It just
does it.
Yeah, you get some help.
It's whatever it says for your second wind.
That doesn't use superiority dice or anything?
Nope.
It's totally separate.
Only your maneuvers use superiority dice.
And your action surge and second wind come back after a short rest. So use them up.
Action surge too? Damn.
Yeah.
I used every key point I have because it comes back after short rest. And short rest is like 30 minutes of meditating.
I get my wild shapes back too.
Yep.
Which I probably should have gone chalice form, but oops.
All right, so you guys are all healed up. Do you want to move on a little bit, or anything else you want to do?
Oh yeah, after an hour, my hawk just like poof, disapparates.
What? It only lasts a duration?
Yeah, because I don't have to spend any spell components, and I can summon him as an action. Other than that, he acts like the I forget what it's called.
Honestly, I'm kind of confused, and I hold up my arm, and I have an owl just poof into existence on it. Like, this one just kind of lasts forever. Like, why? Why would you have one that only lasts an hour?
I mean, that's it. I didn't know you could do them forever.
And then I just make them disappear.
Yeah. For the druid one, it only lasts.
Yeah, mechanically, I know that. I don't know if Snoddlers.
Wild companion. Oh, I actually get him for 2 hours, so I still have him for another hour.
So he's still flying around.
So in an hour, that same thing will happen.
I forgot we leveled up to level 4, so I get 2 hours now for my wild shape and wild companion.
That was 2 games ago.
Nice. So you guys finish your rest, and you kind of like climb up over the hill. Shanna says, "This is still the way." As you climb over the hill, and you look down, and now you're seeing this the little encampment that these frog people had, and you start searching through the kind of abandoned camp as the last 2 survivors took off, and you find like a couple little lean-tos. There's the little campfire. But in one of the tents, you guys start going through, and you find this brass helmet sitting inside one of the tents. Inside the brass helmet is 3,250 gold.
Oh,
Big helmet.
So 500 gold each, huh?
Yeah.
So the only thing I'm...
No, go ahead.
So Snoddlers wants to understand, like, I don't remember seeing anything in Saltmarsh where I can buy scrolls, right? Like, this seems...
No, yeah, you didn't notice anything in Saltmarsh when you were walking around the little market.
I guess gold is gold, then.
how much was the gold again?
3,250.
You got that scroll I gave you.
It's 541 gold, 6 silver, and 6 copper apiece.
Or you just round that up.
Which is fine too. I don't care. I mean, a gold isn't gonna kill anybody. So
still 6 silver.
So the brass helmet is like this ornate brass helmet. It's somewhat large. I mean, larger than like something that these things would be wearing.
Does look like it'll fit on Maglar's head.
It does look like it would fit on Meglar's head.
If it's got 3,000 gold in it, we might all be able to get our head in it.
Maybe it had less platinum.
It actually had
Give it a
platinum in there, but I just turned it into gold. So
Give it a shot, Meglar. See how well it fits you.
Okay.
Make a constant no. No, yes, it's a cursed helmet. No, so you do put the helmet on, and it does fit Meglar pretty good. It is kind of like a large orcish helmet. And as you put it on, Meglar, you kind of feel like it radiating some sort of energy.
What is this?
What do you... Snodlers needs to know, do you have the urge to control undead? Do you have someone talking to you? Starts with an N?
Starts with an N.
Can there only be one of you? Or there must always be one? Something. This sounds really familiar.
The Nylander.
Arthas. Lich King.
Yeah, so Meglar, you don't quite know what it is, but you do feel like there's more to this helmet than just a ornate brass helmet.
All right, I'm just gonna take the helmet right off and look at it weirdly. Like, what the fuck is this thing?
Okay.
Do you need some help figuring that out? Or, like, do you want... I could probably take a look at it real quick.
Take a look at it, Snodlers. This thing's giving me a headache.
So, I mean, do I think it's magical and do I think it's cursed? Those are really the only two things that I probably even give a shit about.
Okay, so just by you looking at it, Snodlers, you can tell that this does have magical properties to it.
Huh. Well, Snodlers believes that this is magical, at least, and if you look this over for probably an hour, next time we take a little break, you might be able to understand what it does. I don't notice it being cursed, but honestly, I'm not a curse expert either. So, maybe you should just hold on to it for now until we know what it does.
All right. Hand it over.
Definitely.
Onward and upward, lads.
All right.
Hope it's cursed.
So as you guys kind of follow back down the trail, you pick it up no problem, and Oceanus says, "All right, we're pretty close now. We should probably keep our voices down because we're gonna start seeing the Lizardfolk mound after a couple more bends on the trail and over a few more hills. So another like half hour of travel goes by, and you start coming into an area where there's more and more trees, and it's more densely foliated, and the grass itself is getting higher. It's not quite wooded, but there's definitely a lot more things that are blocking your line of sight. But just in the distance...
By higher, do you mean like for a human? Like, am I wading through 1 foot tall grass above me?
Yeah, the grass is like 3 foot high, so you're like just like trying to keep up with everybody.
My forehead is visible, and that's it.
Yes.
Perfect.
So at this point, you guys can just see in the distance, it's about 200 yards away, the top of this mound, like back through the trees. Oceana stops and turns to everybody. He's like, "Shh, let's keep it down."
Okay.
So what do you guys want to do? It's like you don't see any movement, but you can see that you're fairly close now to the...
So, what the hell's going on up there? Is there like jump to try to like get a good vision? But I obviously don't do shit.
Boost me up.
Is there a tree around?
There's trees everywhere.
I take that rope ladder that I made for Snodlers and like hang it from a tree, like a low branch. Tie it up.
I'm not depressed.
All right, so with that 17 acrobatics roll that you did, Snodlers, you climb up the ladder and you like climb it, like scurry up the tree, and you have a pretty good vantage point up in the tree, as you can fully see this mound in the distance. It kind of rises up about 80 feet into the air, and now you can see it's more about 80 feet or 800 feet round. It's just large like hill. And then you can see what almost looks like small doors and holes throughout the mound. And
is it all dirt? When you say mound, like it's literally just like they moved this 800 square dirt
it's
pile,
like,
or is
like,
it like trees and
it's
sticks?
like dirt and grass and sticks, like a giant like beaver dam, I guess you'd say. And it's kind of like
So
they've
giant flammable mess.
yeah, it's like a giant nest. Yeah, it's all made out of mud mostly and stuff like that. And they've kind of burrowed out and made, which you can kind of tell is like tunnels within this giant mound. But from where you can see the top kind of jutting out just past the tree line is the top of a cave mouth.
Well, I mean, this mound is pretty sweet, but did anyone notice that cave?
We're on the ground.
It's not like I'm that high up. I just needed to freaking not be in the grass. I'm not up 800 feet either. I feel like I'm like literally like a foot higher than them right now.
You said that. You said there's only like another half-hour trek through the woods.
Yeah.
So I still have like half hour left on my hawk then, right?
Yeah, sure, I'll give it to you.
I'm just gonna have him like take off and fly over this thing and see if he can see anything like around the backside or see anything else up on top.
Sure. So as the hawk starts flying around, the first thing you can see is that just before the cave that you see for the mound, the path actually wides off, and there's a path to the left that kind of goes up towards the north, and then as the hawk kind of like does a little swoop around the cave entrance, you can see there's these 6 giant lizards sleeping in the mud right in front of the cave.
I just kind of relay all that back because I'm catatonic.
Hey.
Was that?
I mean, what we're really supposed to just get information. The people don't want us starting a war.
All right, I'm gonna have my little hawk dude fly inside the upper or the right hand side like cave entrance. Just swoop down in and see what you can see.
Okay, so roll a stealth check for the hawk.
I should have a hawk pulled up. I don't even know.
You can actually add it under extras. Familiar hawk, like it's pretty sweet.
I have Bloodhawk. Is that close enough? Or...
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's gonna be your dex plus what, possibly 2.
Yeah. He has keen sight though. We need stealth though. Come on, still. Doesn't have.
Okay, so let's see here. So these things aren't sleeping very quietly. They're very alert as your hawk kind of swoops down, and they can feel the presence of this thing. And one of them lifts an eye, and then you hear a growl, and it kind of jumps up in the air and kind of snaps at it and almost catches the hawk's tail as these things all start waking up and start like circling around the mouth of the cave.
I'm just gonna have this thing like fly off like northward, so it goes like opposite direction.
The only thing you did see, like as it swooped down, you still saw that like inside the cave, you didn't see anything. It was like opens up to like a tunnel or like a pathway that leads left and right, as far as you can see.
Oh shit! Did they kill it or just snap at it?
Oh, they just snapped at it.
I'm gonna have it just fly off like northward over the hills and like sit on a tree.
Okay, what do you guys want to do?
The hell are those?
Well, you heard from Hector that there's some giant lizards up there.
I don't want to fight them.
I think that was actually one of the conditions, right?
They're very clear not to engage.
They said no wars. They didn't say skirmishes. But yeah, probably best if we don't attack them. You think we should go scout it out?
I'm not moving. I make too much noise to be moving around.
What about Vitoris? You want to come check it out?
Yeah, we can give it a shot. But you know we're
Don't go dying.
gonna be fucked if we get caught. You know that, right?
Well, here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna turn
Shit.
to. We want a spider or a snake. And I'll just tag along with you. And then if we get caught, I'm just gonna turn into a horse, and you fucking jump on, and we'll ride the fuck out of there.
That sounds terrible. Like a horrible idea.
That's fine. I guess you can be a spider, but if you're gonna ride on my shoulder, don't touch my face.
Okay. I just put my hand on his shoulder as I turn into the spider, and just right up on his shoulder.
Nice.
I will shit out of you if you touch my face.
I just chill there. I don't have like a.
All right, so Vitoris, as you kind of make your way up through the path and kind of duck off into the trees and quietly like make your way up to the cave entrance, all of a sudden you see this Lizardfolk person. He comes out of the cave and he yells something at the 6 lizards, and they all start like just
In Draconic?
Yeah, it's in Draconic, and they all just start laying back down and getting settled back in the mud. And the lizard folk goes back into the cave.
Speaking Draconic, can I understand that?
I went ahead of
Yeah, you're
Oh,
back,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I misunderstood. You're good.
all I heard was gibberish. So, they look like they're gonna be. Where am I?
You're up like in the woods over here.
A giant fucking furry spider on my shoulder. What do they look like? They're sleeping or anything like that?
They look like they're going back to sleep. Like he just came out and yelled at him like, "Bad dog, go to bed."
Alright. I'm gonna give them a few minutes, let them just try and relax. Maybe sink a little deeper in the mud.
All right, yeah. So you give them a couple of minutes, and they all start kind of spreading out and going back to sleep.
Alright, I guess I'm going to try and slowly start making my way. Very slowly start making my way into the cave.
We've got 2 hours, so take your time.
All right, just make one more stealth check.
Oh god.
It's all about this roll.
One.
Just
13.
Okay, so I mean it's good enough. Where you're walking, it's all like it's all mud, so there's no like you're kind of like quietly shuffle your feet through there, but there's no like branches or.
So I go to pick up my foot and it makes that.
So you tiptoe kind of past them and make your way into the cave entrance. And as you walk into the entrance, you see to the left and to the right in this long hallway. You don't see any lizard folk, but to your right, you see the hallway kind of turns around a corner. into the darkness. And then on the left, you can see there's a few torches lit on the wall, and it almost looks like it opens up to a room to your left and another room just beyond that, and the hallway continues straight ahead. So you have a long hallway on both sides. One goes around a corner that you can't see, and the one on the left, you can see there's 2 rooms off this hallway. And looking down the hallway, you don't see any signs of lizard people.
You got a preference, Spider-Man?
I can't talk.
You could point. You've got 8 fucking legs.
Sure, I'll point to the. I don't know. Not really. I just shrug. Better shrug.
Move off to the left since I can't see in the dark.
Okay, so you move off to the left to where the
Some light. Try and
Yeah.
stay away from it as best I can.
yeah, and you're still pretty stealthy as you're moving quietly. The path in here, it's kind of like packed down mud, and it's definitely like well worn. Yeah, so as you make your way in a little bit, you start hearing a little bit of speaking in Draconic, and it kind of like, it sounds almost like arguing. And it's coming from that room that's just up ahead on your left.
Is there a door and is it open?
Yeah, there's no door. It's just like an open hallway into another room.
Try and silently sneak up to the door and take a peek, see if I can figure out what's going on.
Okay, go ahead and do another stealth check. With advantage. Okay, so as you kind of like sneak around the corner, you kind of peek in there and you see these 3 lizard folk. They all have spears in their hands, and all 3 of them are kind of standing in a little triangle, and they're all just arguing amongst themselves. You also see just like a long bench along the back wall of this room. And they don't notice you.
Are they, what are they, just yelling at each other?
Yeah, they appear to be arguing about something.
If only I spoke Draconic. I'll have to learn that at some point. What, does the hallway keep going?
Yep, it keeps going straight ahead. And you can see there's like another opening to another room to your left, and then the path kind of curves a little bit to the right where you can't quite see what's going around the curve, but
I don't know if I like the idea of continuing with these 3 behind me, because at some point they're going to want to leave the room. I'll continue down the hallway.
all right, you make your way up to the next room. Yeah, go ahead and make another stealth check with advantage.
23?
All right, beautiful. So, like, as you kind of peek around this room, there's an open door to this large room that you kind of peek around, and you see it's filled. There's probably at least a dozen people in there. There's like men, women, children. There's like little tiny lizard folk kids running around. They're like playing games. You see the women that are taking care of the younglings, and there's a whole bunch of tables and eggs everywhere. It seems to be like a common room, and there's all sorts of noise. There's a lot of like laughing, but in like Draconic laughing, like ha 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 ha.
You said there's humans in there?
No, they're all lizard folk, kids.
I thought you said there was humans in there.
You see these lizard folk women with dresses on. That's the way you can tell that they're women.
So hot. Alright, I think I'm gonna turn around and head back towards the dark path a little ways and see. I don't want to get too deep, because then shit's gonna get real.
So you're gonna keep going further in, or back toward the room with the 3 that are arguing?
Back towards the room, the three that were arguing. I think I'm gonna go back to where I came in and go down, go a little ways into the dark hallway and see if there's anything I can see or find down that way.
Sure. All right, so I'll let you make your way past. You just kind of sneak back across the way you were. Those three guys are still arguing. All the kids and all the people in the other room, they don't see you. You make your way back down to past the cave mouth, and you kind of peek out and you see all the lizards. Giant lizards are still sleeping. You make your way down to the dark hallway, and as you approach the dark hallway, you see there's a light. As soon as you reach around the corner, there's a light, and then this path illuminates to a long hallway that kind of tees off. There's a path to the left and to the right, and there's another room immediately right to your left.
I'm gonna stealth up to the door.
All right, go ahead and do a regular stealth to the door.
Why did you have to say regular? Because that's when I start rolling. Not great.
Okay, so as you walk up to this door, you're fairly quiet. And this door, there's a closed door to this area that you can assume is a room, I guess.
Do I hear anything inside?
Make a perception check.
No.
So what you do here is at this point the door opens up, and then out walks 6 of these lizard folk in full armor, and they look like completely surprised, as I'm sure your face is also surprised as the door opens up and you're looking face to face, and they start yelling something in Draconic, and the two that are like first coming out the door both ready their weapons.
Oh shit.
And I run like a little bitch.
And at that point, you hear all sorts of screaming and yelling as you run back around the hallway, and the 3 lizard folk from the other room cut you off in that hallway, along with the 6 lizards. Giant lizards are all awake, and you see one of the lizard folk commanding them to surround you.
As he's running, can I take my wild shape and go back into a horse?
Sure. So yeah,
Is the hallway big enough?
Is it?
The hallway is big enough. It's 10 feet wide, so as long as you're not bigger than 10 feet.
Yeah.
Fucking giant horse.
All right, so I mean, he turns into a giant horse, and you hear these lizard folks surround you, and these giant lizards all wake up, and they're all staring at you guys. And one of the lizard folk come walking up behind you, and he's dressed in like robes, and he has like this headdress on, this all sorts of like colorful feathers in it. And you hear him in common. He speaks to you calmly, like, "Who are you? Why have you come here?"
Is he still a spider, or did he turn into a horse?
He's a horse, and you're standing next to a horse. And this guy is addressing you specifically, Fatoris.
I ask where the horse came from, because I think that would be my first question.
So he says, "Perhaps you should answer me."
We heard some nasty rumors about you, so we thought we'd come check it out. Apparently that was a mistake on my part.
Well, you've entered our lair. Now you must speak to our queen. So then the other guys come up that are armed. They come up next to you, and they kind of draw their spears on you. And he says, "Lay down your arms, and please follow us."
I don't have my arms out.
Weapons, doofus.
Well, I know that. But I mean, I don't have my weapons pulled.
Yeah, but they can see the holsters you have on your sides with your 2 crossbows, so they're like...
I need to get a cloak and hide them behind them. Guess I'm gonna pull my pull the 2 Oh shit! How many weapons do I have on me?
This is gonna be like that action movie where like
It's like Mad Max. So this guy, he looks over at you and he says, "You are very brave to come here by yourself on your horse. How many more are there?"
Just me and the horse.
Very brave indeed.
As I set down 2 hand crossbows and 2 short swords on the ground. Can I get these? Am I gonna get these back?
You don't know.
we have like 8 billion gold. Don't worry about it.
So at that point, you hear in Draconic him yell over across the hall, over to the other side where there's those 3 armed lizard folk, and then you see the 3 of them. They venture off, make their way through the giant lizards and back out into the forest, where the rest of the party is.
Take his gold.
Don't you fucking dare! I got plans for that gold.
So yeah, so you have 5 of these armed lizard folk, kind of. They have you in custody now, Vitoris, and your horse, who doesn't have a saddle or anything.
Nope.
He likes barebacks.
Damn straight.
Damn, not straight.
So the other 3 lizard folk are kind of searching around the perimeter outside for any chance that he was not alone. So apparently you guys aren't hiding or anything. So they come down come through the forest, and they instantly find you guys standing at the edge of the forest. And same thing, they draw their weapons, and then you hear them call over to the giant lizards, and then all of a sudden the 3 of these giant lizards come running up behind them, and they're bearing down at the rest of the party, and they're all kind of snarling at you. And you hear one of them in common say, "Who are you?"
Snodless. I mean, who are you?
Come with us if you want to live.
Is this a rescue?
And they look over at each other, puzzled.
In Draconic, I'm confused. Are you taking us? Or are you trying to save us?
Then at that point, like, you see them kind of like lower their weapons a little bit, and they say, "You are welcome to come visit the Queen with us and explain why you are here."
Oh, that makes more sense. Yes. No, we could do that. In Draconic.
I just look at Snot. There's like, what the fuck is going on?
Hey, man, don't worry. Like, Snodless has us under control. By the way, I have negative charisma. This will be great.
Yes. So they approach you cautiously, and they ask all of you to please surrender your weapons.
I hold out my book.
And they look at each other puzzled, and they just kind of ignore you. Weapons.
This is my walking stick, so I could have drink out of it.
All right, go ahead and make a deception check.
Does that mean he's got to
So
cut his hands
terrible.
and feet off?
I got a -1.
Yeah, so they take
Any
like
charisma.
they take the butt end of their spears, and they just start like jabbing it at you, and they're like, "Weapons!"
I shrug and I hand over a single dagger.
And Draconic, they speak back to you. They say, "Thank you for your cooperation."
They take a swig out of my gourd. And then hand him my staff.
Yeah, and at that shot, you kind of like hiccup a little bit. They come over to you guys, Meglar and Yuri. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna hand him my weapon and shit.
I turn and speak to Yuri and Meglar in Draconic, and they have no idea probably what's going on. But I just turn back, and then in common tell those guys like, "Don't worry, it'll be fine." To the lizards.
So at that point, like one of the giant lizards starts like getting kind of aggressive, and it starts like kind of like jumping up and down, and like you see it starts salivating, and one of the lizard folk in Draconic Snarlers, you hear him say, "Calm down, Betsy."
Hand over your fucking weapons.
Who's Betsy?
And
Nautilus doesn't see anyone else named Betsy. You didn't even say your names.
So they just ignore Snarlers and they're like, "Weapons!" And they're kind of like taking the butt end of their spears and they're kind of poking them at Meglar and Yuri.
I guess I lay my weapons down and surrender to the lizard folk.
And then
Same.
they gather you up and they kind of poke their spears into your back a little bit and kind of direct you. And you hear them in Draconic start yelling at the lizards to stand down. And they bring you into the cave system where Vitoris is also surrounded by armed guards. And
I wave it.
and you guys see
I just shake my head at him.
you see Vitoris standing there with a horse. Like,
Well, as soon as they woke up, the lizards outside, it was not going to end well.
Great job, thief.
so the lizard folk with a fancy headdress, he starts saying, "It's time to introduce you to our queen," and then they all kind of force you down the hallway, and that's where we're gonna end this session.
A nice little cliffhanger.
Well, I'm sure he didn't plan for an epic introduction into a cave system /failure. Who would be stupid enough to go in the cave? I'll go in the cave.
Good.